Hey everybody, welcome to challenge number 35, webinar number 1 of 3. This one is all about Shopify and print on demand. So basically in July, we're going to be setting up our Shopify store, and I'm going to use this for future reference on other trainings where we're going to get holiday specific with what to put on here. So anyway, just give me one in the chat if you can hear me and see my screen okay. And I apologize for the delay in that. Everybody good? 1-1. 1-1-1. I got a lot of people on here. That's actually good because, yeah, I spent a little bit of time out at the trailer, and I actually forgot that I didn't put the new section up in the forum, so I apologize for that. Okay, so yeah, let me know where you're at and what's the weather today. So we're 23 degrees and sunny right now. Beautiful day here in London, Ontario, Canada. So where are you at? I think I can actually tell most of you. Rock Hill. Oh, Karen, I did get your email too. I haven't heard anything from him, so I think I'm just going to refund you because I don't know. The order should have been there like a long time ago. So Rock Hill, South Carolina, 84. Oh, thunderstorms, that's bad. Reading, heat wave coming, 110. Texas, 84. Nice. Right on. Yeah, I think we're getting into like forest fire season. Honestly, the grass here is like so dry. I mowed the lawn the other day and it was just a big dust storm that kicked up. So, all right, I'm just going to give it one more second for people to trickle in. So while we're doing that, I did not forget, being number 1, we have to do something right now, which is, yeah, there's the section there. We have to do the draw. So congrats to everybody who's entered. I'm just going to check. Yep. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. Janet, you did have a chance at 100% chance, and then a bunch of people came in. So what did I say? 6? 6. Okay. So let's go to my random number generator. Random number between 1 and... Okay. No, I don't like that one. It's the one that I can click stop on. That's it. Nope. Why don't I bookmark this? Where is it? I might have to just hit it once. That sucks. Okay, I'm just gonna hit it once. Okay, ready? Between 1 and 6, generate 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beth, here's $150. I'm gonna post this in here because I don't think you're on here right now. Just won $50 on the draw. Email me your PayPal email. There we go. Good. Post. Awesome. Okay, that's taken care of. Now we have to talk Shopify. So when you start a Shopify store, the first thing that we need is we need a name. So in this name's got to be able to, we have to have the domain for it too. And we have to have like an email address. So I usually create a new Gmail address for everyone. So we have to kind of work those together. And then I need like a logo. And then I'm going to show you on this one something a little bit advanced. I'm going to show you how to set up an MX record, which means you can buy the domain and use the domain on your store. And then I'm going to show you how to, if, like this, I have my own hosting, so it might be a little advanced for some people, but if you have your own hosting, you can have a domain with the actual real domain in it. So it's like contact@mystore.com. And then you can have mystore.com as your Shopify store. So I'm going to show you that because it's just 2 little entries in your DNS. So I'll show you that. Then we're going to open the store. Then we're going to do the legal pages in the front page. And by that time, we might have to go into the second training to finish it off. But I want to show you from start to finish. So starting is coming up with a name. So naming, if you go here and go like name a Shopify store, name a Shopify store. They actually have a bunch of generators, but here's the thing, make it memorable. So this is the key, and this is what I did want to see. If you think about it, we don't have to have a store that says like jewelrygiftsonly.com or giftsforher.com. You don't need that. What I would suggest when you're opening a Shopify store is go with a brand name. And if you don't have a brand name in mind, then make one up. So you can make up words. And when you make up words that kind of fit together, then you have a brand. Short and punchy is best. But we're basically going to have our store that's going to house a whole bunch of stuff. So one of the prime examples that I'm going to give you is this. They made up this word. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but this is Shine On Store, right? Blasphemy. So they just made it up, right? That is a good name. Short and sweet. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. They even put is that the accent aigu? I think so. I haven't taken French in a long time. But so this is their store, which is super simple. And this is using the free theme that you get with Shopify. So I think it's the Dawn theme or Dawn 2. Super simple, super slick. But for them, I mean, they're only doing jewelry, right? We can actually set up our store and go beyond jewelry. So there's occasions. If you want something to kind of use as inspiration, I would use this store because they send a ton of traffic to this, and they basically advertise all over TikTok, and they sell the products that they're creating, like that they make. So this is a good one. Another one, I can't remember, what is it? Family. Yeah, this one. Here's another one, Family Gifts Co. So this one is more something that I wouldn't really, I know they're making money. They are, but I wouldn't do this. I would just leave it as generic. So you can put whatever you want on this. So these, I don't know if you know, but this company is doing a gazillion dollars just selling this wall art. They make a ton, and it's customizable wall art. So if we wanted to ever sell like customizable wall art, we could. Like, look at this, 3,164 reviews, like just insane. The guy's got a massive team behind this, and they just do a ton of business. I swear, all this guy does, I know who the owner is. All he does is like travel the world now. He has this whole team doing everything. But this is a nice, clean design, and that's what I like. So he's got wall art, he's got gifts. But if you look at the gifts, let's go to daughter. Let's see. It's wall art. And then he's even putting them on mugs and everything now. Animal kids' names, that's cool. But yeah, his posters and his wall art is just doing amazing. Now, this is personalization, so it's a little bit harder to do, but if I click it, you can see you put the quantity there, and then number of names you pick. So if you want, like, for me, I'd want like 5 names, and then I can put them all in here. He's even got a generator in here now. There are apps that do this, and you can get custom coding too. But if I wanted to put like my kids' names, I could. So I can buy that, and then I can see what it looks like. Then I could like order it. So you can see, anyway, the point is, his name is Family Gifts Co., but he could have went with a generic one like this too, and I would lean more towards the generic side. So now we have to come up with one. Now they have generators here. Shopify actually has their own, if we go there. Because this is basically the hardest part, I would say. Like, the technical setup is not that difficult compared to coming up with a name. And I don't know if you guys have tried this, but coming up with a name of a new business and finding the domain and making sure everything matches is so freaking hard. So hard. I spend more time on this step than I do on anything else. Excuse me. Just one sec. Drink the water. There we go. Oh, yeah, somebody's saying they send traffic just to the homepage on TikTok. Yeah, so these guys, I mean, they can afford to do that because they basically have no cost involved, so they can run ads, and it's their product that they're selling. Here we go. Is this the one? Yeah. Describe your brand in one word, enter into the shop name generator. So if you did something like gifts, which I don't recommend, but you could do, you could put that in here. So gifts. I'm going to show you how I come up with them. So you got all these hexagon, vibrant, gifts, progressive, gifts pilot, video gifts, first step, kinetic, navigation, gifts alternative, gifts head. But if you click on some of these, like even vibrant gifts, oh yeah, they want you to do that. I think these are all taken. So what I would do is start at kind of GoDaddy, because we're going to buy a domain anyway. And this is where you got to find a .com that's available. And if you combine words together, then it can work very well. So if I said something like I know in the past I bought this, which means, I can't remember what it means. Oh, work to get paid. So it ended up being Wotogepa. And that was my domain, and that was available. I think somebody since bought it. But if I do this and I go like, so that's taken. That would be like gift for you, but it's Gifoyo. Okay, so it's easy to say, but I just made it up. So I could go gift for any there. That one's available. So that's gifts for anyone. Gifo anon. That's kind of jumbled to say though. I'm not a super fan of that. I think I would try and make that a little bit different. That's taken. So then we can make up words. So I could say, let's get some inspiration here. Generate, there we go. Enter words. I don't even want to enter words. Don't want to. I keep putting gift, but I don't want that. I'll give you a bunch here. Porcelain gift. I'll show you if they're available or not. But if I want to just go short domain name generator, short domain name suggestions. Domain ideas. Okay, let's do that. Brand names. Should I name my brand? Yeah, there you go. How do I get a unique one? What's a catchy name? Business name ideas inspire you. There we go. Let's try this. Swipewire, Secure Smarter, Dwellsmith, Sales Push, Formanix, Cloud Rebel, Seekington, Phonic Quickspace, Printer. Oops. So the word combination thing, I'm drawing a blank, so I gotta do this. There. Keyword. Oh. So there's one. Gifaroo. And I literally just made it up. I was thinking of a kangaroo. And so that could be my name right there. So that's one possibility. I'm going to put that on over here on the sheet. And I'm not going to buy the first one that I come up with, but that is available. And then you can go to, I'm not so concerned about the email address because I can use the contact at gifaroo.com. Or I can do something like, There's another one. So all I was thinking is love this gift, but it doesn't say gift in it, and I don't really want it to. So that's like loft gift. So if you have a base keyword, you can use that. So I'm just putting that on my list. And then there is so this one, I'm just thinking of this store rocks.com. This store rock. This store rock. Like you want something that comes as easy to say. And the combining word method is one that, yeah, it's the one I use the most. Or we could do so in this example, best gift ever. BGIF. You can see I'm literally making up words, and that's the shorter and the easier to say, the better, because it's a brand name. Like think back in the day, Nike, they just made up a word. Like it didn't exist. Adidas, like they just made up a word. Converse, they made up a word. Like all the big brands made up a word. Facebook, they made up a word. So GoDaddy, they made up a word. Like, so what we're doing is we're making up words. So I could do something like, I don't know. Can't believe that's taken. I gotta see what that is. Oh, there's a squatter. So let's say best I can't remember what I was thinking. Best to give. That's not bad. Best to give. Best to give. So if you say it a couple times and it rolls off your tongue, then that's a good thing. So I've got a list here. Gifaroo. I kind of like that. Loth gift. This to rock. Begafev. No, I don't like that. Best to gift. Best to gift. Best to gift. Best to gift. Easy to say. Kind of like Beetlejuice. I could do something like that. Beat gift. There's another one. And that's, I was just thinking of Beetlejuice and the word gift. So literally this is my thought process, and I like walking you guys through this because then you can see that you don't have to get complicated with this. Literally make up a word. So beat gift, I think I'm gonna use that because it's the shortest one I've got yet. Best to gift, I like too. But beat gift is easy. And people will be like, what does that mean? It's like, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a word. Beat gift, it's my brand name. Right? Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with that. I actually like that. $3.99 for the first year. Wow, what a deal. Beat gift. Okay. Let's add that to cart. Well, let's see. Gifaroo, no. Loth gift, don't like that. This to rock, no, don't like that. Big give, can't even say it. Best to gift, no. Beat gift, 2 words. If I can get 2 syllables, I think that's best. So I'm not gonna complicate this. I'm gonna go with this. Continue to cart. So I'm gonna buy this baby. And I didn't even check for the Gmail because I don't really care, because I can use, I can create my own email address and use that. So I'm going to use PayPal. It's going to cost me $11. I use a full name protection. So I am investing heavily in my store, right? Paying $11.54. Complete. And then what I want to do, once this is in there, is this is the part where you, if you don't have hosting, you can't do this, the email. But if you do have hosting, you can do this. Okay, so I'm going to go to manage my domains, my products, and then manage my domains, which is domains, manage all. There we go. Should be right near the top. And B right there. Okay, so use my domain, BeatGIF. Yeah, that's easy, simple. So here's one, like with GoDaddy, you can start using email here. I have my own server, so I'm going to put it on there for just for the email, and I control everything from there. So I can view domain settings. And what I need to do is change my name servers real quick. So this is where it gets a little complicated. Okay, it's manage DNS. And then what to go to name servers down here and change these. Enter my own. So I'm advanced. So I'm going to go NS1. This is my name server. So when you have a host, they will give you this information. If you don't have a host, then you guys can skip this part, but I'm going to show you the advanced part anyway. Yeah, I know. It's risky. It's risky to leave us. Don't leave us. Please don't leave us. Okay, so it can take effect within 48 hours, but what I'm going to do now, see it is down there. I'm actually going to put in, I'm going to create the account on my host now. So let me go log in to my root. So I got a lot of freaking logins here. LMNOPL. I got pushed back here. And then I'll use my RoboForm. Can't see my password. That's good, because if you could log into my whole thing, which would suck for me. So list accounts. Oh, I actually want to create a new account. And here's where I put in the domain name. So it's beatgif.com. Username is that. Now I'm going to move this to another screen because I don't want you guys to see my passwords. Sorry, but I don't want to give those away. Let's do that. Do that. Just on the other screen for a second. Copied it. Use. Okay, now I can move it back. And email. Here's where I'm going to put contact@beatgif.com. Even though I haven't even created that email yet, I'm going to use it. And then let's use the default settings. I'll leave all that the same. Now I'm going to hit create, but I have to move it to the other screen because it's going to show my password. I don't know why they do that. Well, I guess they just think it's me. So now I've got my account ready. And then I can go over here. And I like to just copy the information. And I'm going to go to Notepad and I'm going to store it locally. So again, I'm going to move this over. Oh, under websites. I'm going to create new folder. Create. I'll call this beatgif.com. So all of my stuff for that is going to go in here. Then I'm going to go new normal text. Now I'm going to move this over because you guys can't see this part. I'm going to file. I'm on the other screen. Save as. Let's save it as a random name. .text. There we go. So I've got that information down. I got that. And now I'm going to go back to. Let me minimize this. And let me go back here. Let me go back here. Okay, now I can do this. Okay, I'm going to pull. This is my website host manager. So I'm going to list accounts now. Then right there you can see it. Now I can go into cPanel where I'm going to create the email address, which looks like this. And they always ask you for information. Say yes. Again, we're getting very advanced here, but that's okay. Create an email account. I better do that. So let's go contact @beatgif password. Again, I'm going to move this to another screen. I apologize, but don't want to give this away. I'm just going to click create. Okay, so move this back. I've got my password created. So I have contact@beatgif.com. So list email accounts, there it is. Now if I want to check email, I can check it here. I can also check it through Gmail, which I can show you guys how to do too, but it involves a couple more steps. So right now, let's check the email. Open. There we go. Client configuration settings. I'm not going to click on that because it's going to show all my username and password and all that good stuff, so I'm not going to do that. But there's one more thing I have to do here. I have to go back to cPanel, to the main page, and I have to go to add this record to the zone editor is what it's called. So domain zone editor. And I'm going to add an A record in here. This is the part where I can use this domain with GoDaddy, and I have to come in here to control it from to send it to my Shopify store as well. So what I want to do is go add an A record, pointing to my subdomain, and then change my subdomain. Okay, so let's add an A record. Add, and again, I apologize, this is very advanced stuff, but it's good to see. So you put mail.beepgift.com, you would put your own. This number, you change it to 300. Why? It's just because you have to. Type A and IP address, which is, you can see it from your other ones. I'm going to save this record. And then what I need to do is change the mail exchange record to point to the mail.beepgift.com. Oops. It's invalid. Hang on. Oh, there might be one in here already. Yeah, there's a C name. Okay. That one has to be changed to hang on. It's on my other screen. I got instructions. I think I did it wrong. 300 and A 692. And then change that 300. Oh, the MX record. Okay. To point to the subdomain. There we go. So it took that, and now it should take this. Still doesn't like that. Okay, let's cancel that. Mail.pk C name. That shouldn't be a C name. That should be an A record. Okay, let's change this. Save. And then change my MX record to point to there. There we go. Okay, so it's these two that I had to edit the C name to change it to an A name. So you want a line that says mail.yourdomain.com 300A and then your IP address, and then you want to change your MX record, which is this thing, which actually I have to change that to 300 as well. Edit. There, that's better. To point to your subdomain with the mail on it. That's better. So it's this part. Change that, and now I can use this email when I point my main C name. I can point it to GoDaddy, or point it to Shopify. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. So now, before I do that, let's go back to my list. I want to actually create a logo. So I don't even need a Gmail address at this point. If you do, you can just go to Gmail. Like if you don't have your own host, and if that was very complicated, then you could just create a Gmail address and use that. So you just go here, and you would go on to add another account. I'm already at my maximum. I think that's why I did it. I don't want to sign out of all accounts, but you can create one there, and that will give you a Gmail account that you can use to open up your store. So next step though, since I already have an email, I took a different route, a little bit more complicated, but it works. I'm gonna go here, I'm going to create my logo. So what I want to do is find some logos. And I like the round logos, but you can do whatever you want. Well, let's just scroll through, see if we find anything. The beauty of Canva is they've got a whole ton of logos that you can use. Doing something simple like that. Clean home, sneakers. And then if you had like a theme that you wanted to use, like say you wanted a star, you get a logo with a star. Then you get logos that have stars in them. Moon star. That's kind of cool. Superstar, star logo, king star. Etsy shop icon, nice. Let's go under logo. Let's go under minimal. Well, that's just, isn't that a symbol for some flag or a religion? Yeah, I don't want that. Don't want to make it a religious site. Oh, that's cool too. Moonbull. That might be a good name. Moonbull brand fashion. You know what I want? I think I want to do like a lightning bolt. Well, let's go to logos. Well, that's more for an electrician. I don't think I want to do that. Let's do let's go back. I didn't really see any that caught my eye. And when you hit that again, it actually changes the results, so that's kind of cool. Rooster chicken. Nice. Do I want a chicken as a logo? Let's try it. Where's the chicken? What the heck? It was broken. I don't see the chicken there. That's sad. I wanted to try that one. Okay, let's go back. Logo. Sorry if this is boring, but this is live, so this is what you get. That's cool. That's a neat logo. That's cool too. Just something different. That caught my eye, so I could adjust this. That's what I could do. Just change the colors on that. Not crazy about that. If I make that white, and then I make the other one like this one, I make that blue, or a purple, or a green. Now we're getting somewhere. Taking that, all right, and then I go here, and I go I could just completely delete that and make this bigger. So I mean, what does that have to do with it? Absolutely nothing. Just I thought it looked cool. I'm gonna make that white. There we go. I think I got a logo. Yeah, what do those little triangles have to do with anything? Eh, nothing. They don't mean anything at all. So I got 2 pages here. So I'm gonna actually delete this one. Then what I'm gonna do is a duplicate, and I'm going to change the background to white. And then I'm going to change the colors here. I'm gonna make this one like a gray. And this one will have to be a darker color too, like a gray. Maybe a little more defined. Define this one a little bit more. Should I make that black? Ooh, that's not bad either. Let's do that. There, I got a logo. So then what I can do is make one more. And I'm just going to have just the logo, like so. I'm going to center it. I'll make this the full size. There, so I've got my logo ready. It looks good on black, but that looks cool too. I like that. I'm digging it. I like that logo. Okay, we have a logo. Good. Now let's click share, and we will download all these. Download, and we'll do a transparent background. Oh, we'll do page. Yeah, actually, we'll do all of them on a transparent background. Download. Okay, now I'll have that as a zip file here. And I just go show in folder. Move this over for 1 sec. Extract it. And one, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm going to save this. Into my website. Save to my logo folder. Save. File. Save as. Save. File. Save as. Oh, there you go. Save. Okay, so I've got all those on my my folder here. Just right here. Excuse me. So they're all ready to go. So I'm going to move this over to my other screen because I'm going to need those in a minute. And now let's go open a store. So I got quite a bit done already. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it is. I got the hardest part is that name. The second hardest part is the logo. Honestly, you're going to spend a lot of time on that. As you've seen, I've already spent like 40 minutes just on the name and logo. The rest of it is pretty much smooth sailing though. So now we're going to go to here. Probably going to have to log out of everything. Okay, so let's start a free trial. Boom. And just, they ask you all this for their own internal survey crap. What would you like to sell? Pick as many as you like. What would I like to sell? An online store. I don't want to sell the store. I want to sell on the store. Social media. Oh, where would you like to sell? Okay. You know what? I'm going to put this in. I have a feeling they're going to pre-populate it with me. Okay, let's do that. Don't ask me for the channels. What is Shopify? I don't know. We'll select it anyway. I'm going to put them all. Do you want to sell products through drop shipping? No. We're doing print on demand. We're not doing drop shipping. What would you like to name your store? Well, I'm thinking Beacon. Next. So I am in Canada, so I might as well leave it as that. I found sometimes when I put this in and then I try and put the store in US dollars, and then I try and enter my bank account information, I have a US dollar bank account. It gives me issues, but I think if you put a country that you're not in, they're going to flag it and you're probably going to get in trouble. So just pick your country. Create an account. So I'm going to continue with email, and my email is going to be the one I created. So if you have a Gmail one that you created, just put it in here. Password, I should probably move this over. Can this be seen? Let's make it not seen. Well, that's seen. Okay. Let me move this to another screen for a sec. So I'll create a password. Okay, let me copy that password. Probably won't remember that one. Okay, now let's go create. Just waiting. All right, and I'm in. So I'm gonna go, not now. There we go. So now they want you to add products, customize the theme, add pages, organize, add domain. I'm gonna skip ahead to like add domain since I already bought one. So I'm gonna click here on add domain and click add. And now here, I wanna connect an existing domain. Let's get rid of this. There are like help things on this as well, and it's under settings and domains. So connect existing. And in here, I'm gonna go with my domain name. Next. And follow instructions, okay. Let's follow the instructions, connecting the third party. Considerations, choosing connect manually. Let's do manual, because why not? So all you really need to do is have the WWC name record point there. Which is fine. Your login information, the domain providers, the Shopify POD address, WWC name. So on your domain provider's website, log into your account, find the DNS settings in the management area, change it, point the A record to Shopify IP address. If necessary, change the host name to the @ symbol, delete any other A records on the domain. If there are any present, point the C name record to that. Okay, so let's do that. Let's just go back here. The first thing, back here, I do have an A record right there, beatgift.com. Point the A record to Shopify's domain. Okay, edit that. Paste. Oops, that's not their domain. This is the domain. I'm just on this page on the other screen. Paste. Save. There we go. And then, because that's the A record there. And then go to host. Can't find host. There's no host. Okay, so there's no host. Then point the C name with the www to shops.myshopify.com. Copy that. So C name is right there. That's your www C name one. And it's pointing to there. So what I want to do is go edit. I want to point that baby over here. Save record. And that should be it. Got these ones. That's old. That's old. That's new. Okay. And now that should work. So let's go back to Shopify. Where was I? Here. And let's verify the connection. It might take a minute, but let's just see. Sometimes it could take 24 to 48 hours because, oh, so much for that. It worked. Usually when I do that, I run into a big speed bump, and it's like, no, you can't do that. That's not right. Blah blah blah. But it actually works, so that's a good thing. So now we're connected, and we actually have our email as well working. So the email should work. So an email accounts. I actually forgot to. I gotta change the password on this because I forgot the password. Forgot to jot it down. All right, confirm your email address. Cool. So it is working. Confirm. Welcome. There's your store. There's blah, da, 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 da. Emails verified. Let's see what else they said. Say hello to your store. Start building. Yep. So you go into your email and you confirm it. Now all the emails from the store are going to go here. And there are a couple other things that we do need to do. But let's get out of settings here. The first thing I always do is connect the email. So let's log into a different store, and the password is if I got that right. Oh, crap, wrong store. Continue. There. Is my memory right? Come on, be right. Yes. All right. So I'm going to change my RoboForm over here to streetgift.com. There. Save. Good. Now you can work through this too. We can't really add products yet. We do need to do another thing, which I think I have time for. Just the ugly, boring stuff. So if we go to look at our store right now, it's not open at all because it'll be password protected. And I think that's under settings. And should be a password in here. Center plan. Nope. Like if I go here, I go to enter using password. I can't remember what my password is. There's a way to find it, and I can't remember where the heck it is. It's here somewhere. Remove password. There it is. It's under online store preferences. Chabia. Ah, there you go. There's a brand name right there. Chabia. If I enter my password. This is only because I'm on a free trial. Enter. Okay. Well, it's supposed to let me in, but apparently it didn't. Copy. Enter using password. All right. So for some reason that's not working, but we'll get it working. Okay, so what I want to do now is move to the boring part. I know you can't wait right at the end of this. That's awesome that we go to the boring part, but we're going to go to pages. And we actually need to add some pages. And these are pages that we have to have in order to advertise on any platform. So let's actually go to settings. It's the legal pages that I want. So let's go to, where's my legal? Plan, tax and duty locations. I just set up Store Link last week too. There it is, hang on. Oh well, I'm gonna go to here. First things first. not brand, is it? There are some legal page policies, that's it. There it is, all right. So go to, excuse me, settings, policies, and the first things we're gonna do is refund policy, privacy policy, terms of service, shipping policy, contact information. Okay, so we're just gonna create it from a template. It's the easiest way to do it. Insert return address, so you can put, I typically just put a PO box for now. I can come back and fix this later. And then everything else should be, I don't think there's any others in there. But if you look at that, like you create it and then you go, okay, crap, now what? Well, now you have to create a page out of this. These are, oh, actually we can add these to your store menu. Okay, so just one sec. Let's do all these and then let's add them. Contact, personal information, so they give you everything. And then you do have to go back through, and anything where it says like add or subtract any other tracking technologies, you do have to edit these. But I'm not going to bore you with editing this right now. I'm just going to get them up and running. Same with terms of service. Okay, and then shipping policy. What you can do is you can go to other stores and you can look at their shipping policy and kind of copy it. So go to this one. Then you can go to shipping. And then you just go like thank you for doing all the work for me. Appreciate it, because I'm gonna go boop, and then I'll edit that later. Contact information, again, required on your website if you're selling into the European Union. If you have any issue, now here's where you're gonna get spammed, because there are bots that check these contact pages. So email us at contact. So if you put it in like that, then you should be fine. So I'm going to save these. So my store policies have been saved. Now, I want to add these to your online store menu. So go there. Oops. Actually, just go back here. That's a how-to. I thought they were going to send me to the link. So they'll just say like how to add it to like your, well, how to create them is all in there. Add custom pages, you can do that. Remove shipping policy, actions, add policies to store menus. So that's what we're going to do. So you go to navigation right here, and we kind of want to put this in the footer. So we have a footer menu that has search in it already. So click that. Then we're going to add a menu item, and over here, if you put, should come up with something. Oh, sorry, down here. Oh yeah, the name is refund policy. And then in here, when you click it, we've got under policies, we've got refund policy, and we'll add that. And we'll add another one, and this will be privacy policy. Then here, click it, under policies, privacy policy, add, and then shipping policy, and then click it, policies, shipping, add, then add this. Yeah, this legal stuff is super boring, but you have to have this if you're going to run any ads ever. And then you could add in this too, contact us. And you can edit all these pages too, very easily. Save. Now, when I go to my store, online store, I can preview it. So let's view your store. This is what it looks like right now. It's very raw. But if I go all the way down, look, I've got my quick links. I've got all my policy stuff down here. And I can edit this part too. But you need like all of this. So if you don't have these policies in there and you try to advertise on anywhere, Facebook or Google or TikTok or Pinterest or wherever, they won't let you. They'll disapprove it. So I can click these links. There's the contact information. There's a refund. Now you do want to go through and edit this because you want to make sure everything's correct. But basically, we just created a whole bunch of policies that we need in order to run this stuff. What is this? Holy crap! Wow. Okay. I never really looked at these before. Pledge shipping, kind of borrowed that, but we can edit that. And then terms of service, just all the legal mumbo jumbo that you need. But the basic gist is you have a store, you have created your brand, you bought the domain, you have your own email hooked up to it at the domain, or you can use Gmail if you don't have your own host. And then we did a logo, we did the MX records, we connected it, we did the legal pages. In the next one, what we're going to do is we're kind of going to fix up the front page, and we're going to start adding some products. So you're probably wondering, like, what products are we going to add? Well, we're going to think of, well, I'll talk about it more on the next one, but we're going to actually do our collections ahead of time before we add our products, so that our store is not some mumbo jumbo, hard to navigate thing. Maybe one thing I can do before we go here is I can go back here and I can customize the store. I can throw that logo in there. So they got this preview inspector, all that crap. But here in the header, if you want, on the right side, we can put our logo and we'll edit the brand. Oops. Yeah. Brand settings. So logos, we're going to add our logo. And it's 512 pixels minimum. And we're going to add a square logo. So let's just add this. We're going to upload an image. And this is from websites. So remember I did the one without anything on it? So that'll be my default. Done. And then I scroll down, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff you can put in here. So if they want it 512 by 512, you can resize it. But I'm going to click save. I'm going to go back here and hit reload. Should pull in my logo. There's my logo. So that little simple move just made my logo present. I'll go back here. I'm going to go preview. Yeah, we can remove everything. We'll do this in the next one though, because we don't really have anything to do yet. So I'll show you how we set this up on the next one. I can make that smaller too if I want. So 50, there we go. Then let's preview it. Oh, that's mobile. Desktop, oh, that's good. Let's go to here. There it is. So we got a nice little logo in there. So we could do a logo where we have the writing beside it too, if you wanted. Or you can put your name up here. There's a whole bunch of different options that we can do. Anyway, we did a lot today, and there's some very technical stuff. So I don't mean to confuse you, but next training, we're going to go through setting this up and adding some products. I'm going to show you how to connect more than the usual print-on-demand suppliers. We're going to go beyond what we usually do. I'm not saying don't use the normal companies. We can definitely use them, and we should, because they do work, but there's more to it, and there's a lot of different ways. As I showed you already, one little place is this guy, and if this guy is making millions, which he is, we should probably be investigating that a little bit for our own stores, right? So just think that there's more to print on demand than just jewelry, okay? Jewelry is great, it makes a lot of money, but there's more to it. So I'm going to introduce you guys to more products that we're going to add next week. And then the final week, we're going to spend it on like marketing, and that's going to be the usual, like we're going to do free marketing for our store, we're going to do paid, and we're going to do email. Is going to be the focus more than anything for the store, because a lot of these stores that you're seeing, they will actually take a loss on their ads in order to get a sale. And once they have that sale, then they'll upsell them. And then they will actually use email marketing to actually profit. So unfortunately, the days of the impulse buy to profits are fading quickly. So we have to have a long-term strategy in order to stay profitable the whole time. All right, if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them. If not, we will end it with that. I'm just gonna check. Oh, looks pretty good. So next week, we're gonna be talking setting up the front page, setting up collections, and adding products. Talk a lot about that, and I'll demonstrate exactly what to add. And then the third one, we're gonna be doing some marketing. So stay tuned for that. You guys have a lot of work to do, and like I said, coming up with a domain and the name of your brand is the hardest one. And you know, like my name, I just made it up, and I think made up names work best for brands, especially for Shopify stores, because now beat GIF is like something, it's easy to say, people might remember it. It's the shorter the better, honestly, with the domain. All the good ones are taken, so you can try going to GoDaddy and find them, but you're not going to find them. They're all gone. So now we're at the point where we actually have to make up words in order to get it to work. So it will take you a little bit of time to do, but don't sweat it if you don't get just make it like what I did. I came up with about 6 of them, and then I just picked the one I like best out of the 6. You could go to 10 if you want and pick the one you like best out of 10. It's up to you, but don't spend like more than a day, I would say, on your name, and you're never going to find the perfect name. So don't even think it's possible. Even for me, I settled on this one. It'll work. It's good enough. The domain name is not the most important part. Your products are the most important part. If you don't have good products, you're not going to make any money. So we're going to have this store, and we're going to use it for all of our holidays and all of our everything going forward is going to go through the store. So this store setup is necessary, and I hope you got a little bit of value out of it. And we will see you in the next training. Everybody have a good weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday right here. Okay, have a good day, everybody. Hey everybody, welcome to training number 2 of 3 in challenge number 35. In this one, we're going to be adding a couple of suppliers to our store so that we can sell some products. But first, just let me know if you can hear me and see my screen okay. Just give me 1 in the chat box. Everything good to go? 1. We already got people. Okay. Oh my god, Beth. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not send you your money yet. I totally forgot. Ugh. Sorry, Beth. I just saw your name and it jarred my memory. I'll get that out to you. I apologize. My bad. All right, yeah, and it's a beautiful 22 and sunny here in London. How's it doing in your area of the globe? I actually know where most of you are because you guys are my regulars. I see a lot of you. We probably say we got Redding, California, only 102 today. 98 today. Where are you at again? You gotta be down south somewhere. Where's my New Zealand guy? Is he here? Yeah, I'm in London, Ontario, Canada. The fake London, the duplicate of the real one. Whenever I talk to somebody from like the real London, they always say they're blown away because we have streets named the same and we have areas named the same, like Hyde Park and Adelaide and Wellington and Richmond and all this stuff. Even Sunningdale, it's like pretty much a copycat. All right, we got a couple of questions coming in already, but I'm going to cover questions at the end because I got a lot of stuff to cover. So what I've been doing lately is we got to add products to the store. So here's one thing I've noticed. I don't know if you guys have noticed this too, but I like Shine On. Okay, they have really good products. They're a really good company. They ship really fast. What I'm finding though, I go on TikTok and I'll like spy on Shine On ads and Shine On stores. I see a lot of the same. Like literally, it's like a Xerox machine. Like I sent out an email the other day talking about it, but it's like one guy gets one thing going and then he's copied, and then they just have like the same stuff going out all the time. And after a couple of years of me doing that, I kind of honestly, I'm starting to get bored with it. So I want to expand and I want to go into other areas. And that's why with Shopify and Etsy, we're not limited to just jewelry. So I want to get you guys, I want to get your minds expanded a bit too with me. So does anybody find that with your message cards and all that, you're seeing a lot of the same? Let me know. Give me one in the chat box if you think that. Just gonna go to Etsy right now and show you. To my, I don't know. These are husband ones. Yeah, like to my husband, to my husband, to my man. So these are all like Cuban chains on Etsy, and people are making a lot of money with them. They are great products. There's no doubt about it. It's just there's so many now. Like I think Eric said one the other day they have like 2 million products listed on their platform now, or in their Shopify app or something like that. And I was like, oh my god, that's just nuts. So like this one, yeah, we can do these. They're super simple. They're easy to make. They're easy to sell. Heart Q jewelry. They're making a lot of sales. 102 on this one. So like I'm not saying don't do this. In fact, I am going to show you how to connect your store to this. But I'm saying just expand too. So that's what I'm going to do today. Is kind of show you like 2 ways you can go. Because if we're thinking about another holiday that's coming up too, right now, Halloween is the next one in October, and you're thinking, well, it's July. Why are we talking about Halloween right now? Well, we're talking about it because we have to get ahead of things. So I'm going to show you 2 things today. I'm going to show you Shine On because I do still like them. They do still work. It's just I want to expand to other stuff too. I'm going to show you how to do this stuff. So today is all about connecting. So let's go here. And let's just get that Shine On app first added to our store. Then I'll show you how to upload like something like this very easily. And then I'll show you my second thing, which is, well, I'll talk more when I get to it. But the second half is going to be products that we don't normally sell. So, and I'll show you why. I'll explain why. By the way, my Shopify stock is down like 60% now, and I'm almost annoyed using them because I bought at like $1,800 a share, and now it's down to like 400 or some. What is Shopify stock at today? Some ridiculous low price. I can't even remember what happened. I'll show you where I bought. What's this? Oh, that's not even it. I gotta go back. That's today. It is down. Oh my god. Yeah, I bought way at the wrong time. Completely at the wrong time. Let's go back. I think it was about here. 138. 1 year. Must have done a split. Is this shop? Yeah, anyway, look at that. Down, 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 down. Just annoying. I'm sure they'll come back up for the 4th quarter, I hope, but who knows. Anyway, let's go back here. So what we want to do is add Shine On to our store first, because we will use them, because everybody does, and they're good. It's just, we're going to add more than them too. And you can add Gear Bubble too, like there's nothing wrong with that. So go here, already have an account for the start selling today. Click that, I already have an account. So I'm just gonna log in. But if you go to ppc-coach.com/shineon, you guys probably already have one. I think it's this one, no. This one? No, this one. This one? No. Which one is it? This one? I think this is the right one. Yeah, this is it. So log in here, and then you'll see your stores. And I've got to actually connect a new store. Then you have 2 options, either Etsy or Shopify. So I'm gonna connect. And this is going to be where you need your store name. So back to Shopify, and it's this URL in your dashboard. Paste that here. Not the admin part. Just like that. So whatever your subdomain was, plus myshopify.com, connect. Hasn't been reviewed. I don't know why they're not on there. I think he's working on it. So they want access to all your stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Customer data. So install it and I just hit it. They're gonna copy me, steal from me, whatever. They're gonna do it. I don't think they're going to. It's too much at risk. Oh, sorry, late night. All right. So, publish your first product. All right. So, we've outlined a few of our top sellers to help you get started with your path to becoming a powerhouse seller. Oh, shine on. Well, that's what I want. I want to be a powerhouse. MSRP. Where have you seen these sell for $119.95? How about nowhere? Anyway, so we'll skip to the dashboard, or we could do continue. So why don't we do one of those? We'll list it on our store. So let's go continue. Okay, now we do need a design, so let's go make one. So this one, I'm gonna put this in another kind of thing. Designs have gotten super simple. I have templates, templates galore on this, but designs are super easy. All we really need is to do 1,000 by 1,000. Well, I think that's the size. That's what I've been doing anyway. And then just go simply, we can get a background we want. So go elements and go to background and then go to photos, or you can go to all, actually, let's go to all. Graphics is probably best for printing. I don't know why it's loading so slow. I got a house full of kids and they're all on the internet. So let's pick one that's pretty cool. Background black, let's do that. So we could do something subtle like that. That's too subtle. Let's go like that. That's cool. Let's try. Oh, there's gold. Okay. So set image as background. So there's our base, and now we can just add some text. Okay, we'll go. To my husband. Now you could go. I actually like the soulmate ones too, because I think they work a little better. Let's go to my husband for this. We've done this a million times. So let's go up here. I'm gonna change that font to like a different one. Where's the one I liked? Not that one. Is it that? That's not bad. It's pretty funky. There's a million of these. There, we'll do that one. Now let's add more. So I'll go never. So I'm just rewording it. And then that's obviously way too big and too blocky. So let's go with a different one, that one. And we'll reduce that size a lot. So, and then we'll just do a duplicate. Doop. And down here I'll make this wider. And I'll say And then we'll just go boop, do a dupe of this. All right, there we go. So that we can go, yeah, it doesn't look right. Could do that. Let's just do center. Center's better. And that should put the chain coming right across there, hopefully. So just check for spelling. To my husband, never get it. I love you. Words do not always come out right, but I want you to know how much you mean to me. You are my soulmate, my best friend, my everything. I love you, always and forever. So super mush city, which always works well. And then if you want to center them all, just select them all. So I'm holding down the shift key, position, center, there. So that's perfectly centered, and you can see how fast I made that. And if I don't like that background, I can switch it out too with one of these other ones. Sorry about that. I don't mind that background though. It's actually kind of cool. I think it'll pop with the chain. So let's go share, download. We're gonna go download, and then we've got one ready to go. So let's go show in folder. It's in my folder over there. So let's go back to here and back to here. There, upload the artwork. Okay. So they say 1,000 by 1,000. Well, I guess right. Okay. So let's do this, baby. Pop that on there. Want to upload and create products in bulk? Not really. There's the guides for you. Continue. And then these are actually cool because they got all the new images. Type your message card text here to display in the product page. Okay, so the title and that, I'm going to show you a little trick. Go to the product on Etsy. I'm going to tell you, go get Everbee. Okay, so go to ppc-coach.com/Everbee. And what this does, this is it's like a spy tool for Etsy. So why the heck am I talking about this? Well, check this out. So I got this page up. I got one with 102, right? So I'm going to go to, here's Everbee. I got it installed. I'm going to go to Analytics. I'm going to analyze this page because what I want to find is these titles, and I want the tags for the keywords because even though I'm on Shopify, I'm not on Etsy, I can still use this. So if I copy the title, then I can go back to my Etsy store here, or sorry, Shopify store, like that. And then it mucked up this one, Father's because for SEO purposes, it's going to help big time. Then I'm going to go back here, and I want to, here's all the tags for it. So I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste them in here. Okay, so now I've got the tags. So what I want to do is go like this. Looking for the perfect to my husband gift. This is it. It can be an anniversary gift for your husband or a birthday gift for your husband or a keepsake gift for him. And then this husband necklace is the perfect way to say I love you. Get him What is this? Did I miss? This. Get this gift for him now. And then I can put up here, I missed one. Or so the reason I'm doing that is I want these tags from Etsy that I know are on a good seller. I want to put them in my Shopify listing, and I want to do this kind of thing too, because when my site gets crawled by Google, I want people to go to Google, and when they type in these keywords, I want them to find my product. So that is why I'm doing it. They're suggesting $59.95 and $74.95. So okay, we'll leave that. Add box choice variants. Okay, so we'll just publish this. I filled everything out right. I think I did. Oh yeah, creating product. And then usually it goes into a queue for a second. Well, I think. And while it's doing that, I'm going to go back here to Everbee for a second, because I got to show you something. So I highly suggest this one. I'm finding these spy tools are super fun, because look at this. So the listing is 8 months old, got 102 total reviews, 887 favorites, 38 sales a month estimated. So 2,392 US per month. Category is jewelry. And then what you can do is you can go here to their store. And this is like the bad part of Etsy, because you can see everything. So this is a guy or gal that's doing basically 100% shine on. So what I would do is make a note of this. To my beautiful what? Sister. There you go. Now, if you ever see that, 9 people in the basket, just open that up. Sister, wedding gift, bride, maid of honor, 28. So this one's starting to sell. Anyway, the point I'm doing is we're going here. They have 595 products, which is huge. Good for them. They're making some good money. I hate to out this person's store, but you guys can find this easily. So the cool part is this. I go to analytics on Everbee, and now it's going to analyze all the listings on that page for me. So I don't have to go through every single one, and I don't have to go, okay, this product, how many reviews, and then divide that by 0.15 and get the estimate of the sales. Okay, that got that amount, and then the next one, the next one, the next one. Instead, I can use Everbee to go through and scrape all those listings, and then I can sort it by estimated monthly sales, and then I can find what's working best, and then I can make my own version, and I can put it up on my Etsy store. I know I'm probably part of the problem with people like making, so many are out there with the same type of thing, but oh well. So estimated sales. So graduation gift necklace. So let's click that. Let's see this one. To a beautiful girl on her graduation day. She believed she could, so she did. Blah, 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 blah. Bestseller with, oh, baby. That's a winner. So I want to add that to my research file too. And I found that right from Everbee. Not only that, I also have the title and I also have the tags. So what I can do is make my own listing, even change the background, change what it says a little bit, make your own listing, use the title and tags from here, put it on your Etsy shop, or put it on your Shopify shop, and then you can sell it from there too. So we got to look at if something has that many, which is 365. So let's compare my way to their way. So if I go 365 divided by 0.15, so 2,433 sales. If they're saying average monthly sales is 10, this must have just taken off probably during the graduation time, and then it just fades off, right? Any other time. But there it is, like all this stuff is there, like graduation jewelry, graduation gift, grad gift, master's degree, gift for her, daughter, college, high school, doctorate, MBA, senior, graduate gift. What? Excuse me, all this stuff, we got all the information on it, And then there's one for him too, right here. So then we go, okay, this is probably the same thing. To a wonderful young man on his graduation day. And this is a one of those bar things. Personalized too. So you can do personalized, it's just more work because you actually have to create it. To my boyfriend, there's another one. This one. You're my favorite pair of eyes to look into, blah, 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 blah. Mushy one, working well, selling quite a few. So once you get a bunch of these up, you can use your Etsy spy tools to spy on that. You can also use a program called Commerce Inspector. But what I find is I'm trying to get free traffic to my Shopify store too. So if I can make sure I'm SEO'd as nice as possible, then when I go in and use, remember I taught you guys how to use free traffic with all of the social media sites. So your links from all the social media sites would be pointing to your listing on Shopify, which has all the keywords in the title, keywords in the description, and then it's going to get indexed by Google. So when people go to Google and type that stuff in, your shop is going to come up. So you're going to get free traffic. So you do have to build backlinks, and those backlinks are built from your social media sites. So like Pinterest and all that. The other thing, one little thing you might notice is these are all like females buying for males or females. And what I fought for a long time was, or what I found is on Etsy, I always struggled because I wanted to sell my stuff that I've always sold. So I never really got into the to my husband niche. Instead, it was to my wife, to my daughter. Those are my big ones. Well, to my daughter is my biggest one. But it was always love dad. And on Etsy, they're all females, or like 80% are females. So you can't do that, right? You have to go with the demographic that's on there. So if I think about that too, where else would like the majority of females be? And that is something like Pinterest. So you can go on Pinterest, create boards, and use auto posters and stuff to post to the boards. Instagram is another thing that I think is more female than male. Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook is crap, honestly. They don't do organic anymore. You can still post there if you want, but it's just not as good. And then Twitter, which is like the Wild West, but it just gives you a way to get traffic to your store and have it SEO optimized. So, excuse me. I know I was saying like Shine On is getting very, very crowded, but there's still money to be made. So there's like a big pie out there. So go and grab your share of the pie from somebody who's not as good at it as you. That's what I say with Shine On. All right, so that's one way. We're halfway through, so I'm going to show you the second way. Let me go to my store, see if that's on there yet. Where's my store? Where's my store? There it is. Okay, I'll put that screen over there. And then you might say, Will, that title looks like a dog's breakfast or cat's breakfast, whatever it's called. Yes, it does, but I don't care. I just want it to get SEO traffic. Oh, this stupid thing. What was my password? Settings. No, I gotta go to here. Preferences. Do you guys remember where the password is? Is it here? Should probably just buy the stupid store. I can't remember where it is. Well, I should be able to see it from products. There it is. So that actually, yeah, that fit nice. Real nice. Good guess, eh? Okay, so there's all that. That's good. That, and that. They're actually, their mock-ups are looking really good now. Like that. Yep, there we go. And then you'd also want to create a collection and put this into like To My Husband collection. 119 to 59. That's quite the sale. Did I not put in that other box? Well, that's after. Yeah, usually. Oh, they put it in the other box. Okay. Oh, standard box, 74. Okay, something's wrong. I'll figure that one out. Okay, so that one's listed. Let's go back to our source, get rid of that. That's fine. Now, let's look at the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, which is this kind of thing. So, holidays and all that, there are some holidays that we can't really do with necklaces or jewelry or message cards. And one of the big ones that we always seem to miss is Halloween. So I'm going to show you this. Halloween, I can't remember what I typed in. Not on candy. Americans are expected, what date is this? 2021, a hefty $3.3 billion on costumes this year, with the average person spending $33.59 compared to $2.6 on costumes in 2020. That's costumes. What I was looking for is, so they're buying, right? They're buying costumes, candy, decorations, greeting cards, all that stuff. But one thing I'm going to show you here is if we go back to good old Etsy and we type this in, you're going to see a bunch of stuff. So on Etsy, we got a whole bunch of products that people buy, like tons and tons of these. So what I could do is I could run these through Everbee and see which one is best. But what I can also do is narrow it down a little bit. So if I type Halloween, we got decor, decoration, shirt, okay. SVG, okay. Costume, mug, yeah, we got mugs, stickers, mask, PNG. So let's just go with shirt, because we haven't really been doing any shirts ever, like ever, ever. Creep it real, okay, so there's one. So what we can do is go to that, open that up in a new tab. We can scroll down and look at, okay, that's got 5 reviews. That's not very much. So let's go back here. Oh, this one, this is neat. Let's go do it the old school way. Look at there, 6 reviews. That's not the best. So let's go back here. Oh, these are ads. That's why. Let's go to the organic. So here's one, skeleton t-shirt. Let's go here, open a new tab. And that one doesn't have any reviews. How did that even get on the first SEO listing? Crazy. This one is funny. But instead of going through all this, why don't we just go like this? Man, sorry for the coughs. And analyze the whole page. Let them do the heavy lifting for me, so I don't have to open a new tab and calculate everything. So here, get rid of this while it's working. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. Don't even need that tab open. Okay, and it's still loading. Just go through, see if anything big is popping up. Hocus Pocus. Vintage Retro. Never Better Skeleton. No, you hang up. Okay. Disney Halloween shirt, don't do that. Only because you'll get sued. I mean, you can make a ton of sales, but then you better move to Mexico because you're getting sued for it. All right, so let's go here. You can even export these. Go like this. So this one is Hocus Pocus, which looks like from that movie with Bette Midler. Crap, what's the name of that? I can't remember the name of that movie. Oh, the movie, okay. Design one. Oh, neat, personalized. All right, so I wouldn't do that because that is trademark, probably by the movie theater. What's this one? Vintage, retro. Oh, that's cool. Oh, 598 sales, so that's got quite a few. So you could do something like that. That might involve a designer to do, but that is neat. Let's go to the next one. No, you hang up. Let's go to 158. Could easily do one of those. That's an idea. Never Better Skeleton. So that's got 164. That's not bad. So you can get a lot of ideas from this, but I'm going to show you one other program that I use. If you go to here, I actually just put a review on this. ppc-coach.com/insight factory. Okay, if I spelled that right. This one is pretty cool because I'll go into it and I'll show you the Etsy keyword tool, Etsy trends. So right in here, when I go to Etsy trends, they do Etsy, Redbubble, and Merch by Amazon, and you can get trends that are going on there. So what I'm getting at is for a holiday like Halloween, if we want to have a Halloween collection on our store, we probably should, because we have left a lot of money on the table for years. Because for Halloween, how do you do a Halloween necklace? You can't, because people aren't buying a Halloween necklace, right? They will buy, like women will buy like a shirt with some Halloween thing on it, which is very cool. So this is a trending one, but if we type in keywords, go to keyword research, we start typing in things like, well, there's Christmas, there's Halloween doodles. So let's go Halloween and see what comes up. And now what this is doing is going to Etsy, looking at Halloween stuff. And there's another one. Put that in a new tab. And it goes right to the store. So this has like just a bunch of Halloween themed stuff on it. It's got 99 sales, 99 reviews. So it's actually not doing too bad. And there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. So we can sort these two by favorites. They don't really give you an estimate on, let's go to this one, on sales on here. So a ghost with some rainbows and stars and flowers and all that, that would be super easy to do. The other thing is 20, oh, this is a huge store. So you can go spy on the store, and then you can run that store through Everbee as well. And you can see there's a lot of bridesmaid stuff. Second grade, kindergarten, first grade. Sort of spooky, sort of sweet. That's neat. Fall pumpkin coffee shirt. Creeping it real. So maybe this has got some legs to it. Although there's none on there. Let's go back here. And then we can always go to Etsy too and analyze this stuff, but let's go to Etsy trends. Let's put in clothing, and we can see what's coming up here. We might not be into Halloween yet, but let's type in Halloween. Or let's go pumpkin. Pumpkin shirt. One point. Okay, so let's look at this one. Loading. Ta-da. Taking a second. Favorites. Yeah, so fall, like pumpkin stuff, seems to be working. And there's the tags. I'm just looking at the most favorited ones. See that one? Let's see, 46. So you can find some winners here. That wouldn't be too difficult to make. But let's go here. Pumpkin. There we go. Now we got a whole bunch of them. Scary movies, pumpkins, spice, flannels, murders, you all know. Bullshit. Oh my god, I'm like literally dead. Huh. That's funny. Halloween, trick or treat. So let's just analyze this page. See if we can find the best ones. So you can see you can spend quite a bit of time flipping back and forth from these. And then while that's loading, I'll go back over here to Insights, and I'll go to Merch by Amazon trends. What I want to find is there's trends on here too. So like somebody was saying, yeah, I get stuck with ideas on what to do next. And that's because nobody's really going outside of their comfort zone ever. Here's Redbubble too. Redbubble trends. And don't really need that. Let's tag generator, daily searches, trending shirt design. That's merch. Best selling items. Oh, here we go. Best selling shirt niches. School. So this kind. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. Second grade teacher shirt retro. So this is coming up because of back to school. So these are starting to come up, like fourth grade squad and all that stuff. So if I go to this, just look at the details on this. Bunch of second grade ones. Anyway, let's go back here to here. Nope. Sorry, I'm bouncing around here. Here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. So this one, look at that, 1,565 reviews. So I actually did this in my How to Make Money Online club yesterday, honestly. So I'm going to use this one in my current one. I'm going to show you what I did. So if we look at that, now just pull out your calculator on this thing. So we've got a Shopify store and we want to sell some Halloween stuff in our Halloween collection. 1,565 divided by 0.15. Holy crap, 10,000 times 28.91. Holy crap. And let's say after, so they're on Etsy, right? So they have base costs and they have other fees that they have to pay. And this is a t-shirt. It's not a hoodie or a sweatshirt. So let's say maybe 30% is their net profit. Still 90,000 bucks. Look at this design. It's not good, to be honest, right? But the info we just got is good. So I'm going to analyze this page. And what I want to get is I'm going to do a pumpkin shirt. And I'm going to use their title and their tags. And I'm going to put it on my Etsy store. So I'm going to actually move this over. So I got the title. I got the tags. You could do this on Etsy too. I'm going to move this over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one. Oh, actually, before I make one, I should probably get a supplier, right? So let's get a supplier. So for this, in this case, what we're going to do is use the big dog. And it is, where's the freaking app store going? Why am I having a brain fart? Yeah, apps. Why is that so hard to find? That's weird. All right, so the big dog is over here. Think of them as like Gear Bubble, but bigger and more products. So we're just going to add the app to the store. And you do need a Printful account. So go to Printful, create an account, and then we're going to install the app. So I'm going to sign up with my email. Oh, actually, I already have an account. Sign in. This one. And the email you use here doesn't matter. So I'm just going to confirm that connection. And now I can add a product. See, stores, BeatGift. And over here are stores on the side too. Add a product. And now I'm on this page, but I don't have a design yet. So what I did is I went to Canva and I created one. Super simple. It's right here. So this little baby is just pumpkins all in a row. And if you look, there's the design that I'm kind of using as inspiration. I don't know if these were hand drawn or what, but this is what it looks like for me. So all I did was go to Elements and I searched for pumpkins. And then I would just click one, drag it over, click one, drag it over, resized it all, made it look all nice. And it's super easy to do. And then you just go share, you go download, and then you want to do download PNG with a transparent background. Then I'll go down here on the bottom left when it's ready. Then I can go like this, show in folder. Now I've got that ready to go. Then I go back here, and I can put this on any product, but think about this. October is cold, and instead of doing a t-shirt for Halloween, why the heck would we do that when we could do a sweatshirt? So I think what we'll do is a sweatshirt. So let's go over here. Where my sweatshirts go? Oh, search. Okay. Sweat shirt. And it's going to assume I want to go to Canada, but I don't. So there's a Gildan. This one, 1800. I think that's it. There's cropped ones too. Fitted eco hoodie, you could put it on that too. Put it on any of these. Hoodie dress, you could throw it on there. Kids fleece, you can do one of those. So they just have a ton of products. Now, when you're getting into clothing, it's a little bit different because there's usually sizing issues that you got to worry about, but I'll show you how to deal with that too. So I think this one is the one I want. Yeah, I'm just going to drop my design right there. It'll take a second. And they want a larger one, of course. So just make sure you got the right size. I think I did this one a little small. Just gonna move that up. But in my experience, it's been fine. I've never really had an issue with that. So then I'm gonna add all the colors. We don't need a ton of colors, but you can. They even have embroidery. You can do designs on here. So proceed to media. You can do stuff on the back, the outside, the right sleeve. You can do it everywhere. I don't know why my internet's loading so freaking slow, but so what I want to get is I can do flat mockups or flat lifestyle mockups. This is a program too, Photific. I'm going to click that just to show it to you. You can make designs here, or you can use Placeit, or you can use Canva. You can just use theirs. Like there's women's mockups, lifestyle. Couples on hanger. So I'm going to select a couple. I do think lighter colors are best in this particular case. So I'm going to do a pink one. That's the main. Then you can add additional. Then you can go here, again, flat. Maybe you want a flat one. Maybe you want a lifestyle one. Maybe you want more. There. Lockup format, JPEG. So we want that. Product videos, I don't have any. Proceed to details. Now here is where we've got our product title. So remember, we want to think SEO. So copy paste. And then again, we want to grab these. This isn't really a shirt, it's more of a sweatshirt, but still. So what I do again, paste, and then we'll go just create one. Looking for a Halloween shirt with screen print. I'll just substitute shirt with sweatshirt is the perfect Halloween is perfect for, yeah. There's something like that. I didn't pull them all in, but I got an idea. And then we don't need that, but the size guide is what I would put in there. And then tags, paste those again. We'll also add crew neck, no, sweatshirt. Halloween clothing, Halloween, there. Publish the product, and then collection. So I don't have a collection for Halloween on here, but I'll add it later. So let's go proceed to pricing. And in here is where I can price this. Typically, these are going for more. Put it right there. And the XL, I'm just going to bump that up by $2, or the 2XL. And then I'm going to submit to store. I'm just going to push that over to my store. And then I've basically got it ready to go. And I can edit things inside my store too. So I'll take a minute. Then we'll go look at it. So the whole point of today is don't get stuck in one product line and one company. Expand, because just like Gear Bubble did to me, they could say, hey, you know what? We're not making those anymore. And they could pull your best-selling product and you're screwed. Like, I had a whole bunch of heart-shaped Gear Bubble necklaces. Like, basically I had 354 necklaces on Gear Bubble on the platform that would make sales, like, they would trickle in daily for me, even if I didn't run any ads at that point. And they're just like, yeah, those are gone. And then Shine On's like, oh, the platform? Yeah, that's gone. So it's like, yeah, I will never rely on one company again in my life. So that's why I also want Shopify and Etsy built up to gigantic levels, so that if Shopify is like one day, yeah, we don't want your business anymore, then I've got Etsy to fall back on. Okay, so you just need one store on each. You don't need multiple. There it is. So let's preview this. And that's pretty cool, right? Pumpkin t-shirt, pumpkin shirt, screen print. I should probably change that to sweatshirt, but there's the colors. It's already built in. Maroon, indigo, sport gray, light pink. We used to have to use plugins to do this part, but now it's just like default. And then there's all the mock-ups, which are nice. And then down here, we got our little thing, estimated delivery to Canada. So that'll change to US because Shopify will recognize where the person's coming from. And of course, we still have to update like our product page template and our main page template. But now, well, just let me show you this catalog thing. So for our collections, I'm going to make one. I'm going to create one, and it's going to be called Halloween. And in here, I'm going to do, I'll do automated, but I can also add. So product tag is equal to, or product tag contains. That freeze. Halloween. Save. You gonna let me view it, or are you gonna ask me for a password? Yeah, of course. So now I'm in my Halloween collection. And then I can put collections up in there. And if I go back to my products, on the right side, you can see where you can change back in here. A bunch of collections for this. Come on, baby. Collection, Halloween, auto collection. Or you could add it manually if you wanted. So for all my Halloween stuff, just make sure I have the tag Halloween in it, and it'll automatically add it to the Halloween collection. Same with the To My Husband thing. I can create a collection called Gifts for Him. And then as long as I put the tag Gift for Him in it, then it'll go in there too. So maybe I'll do that while I'm in here. So let's go collections, create, and let's go Gift for Him. And then we'll do automated. Product tags equal to Gift for Him. Then we'll just go save. Now I'll go to the products. I'll make sure that's in there. And the tag, which it's not. I didn't put tags in there. Okay, got to put tags in there. So Gift for Him. add, save, and now it'll automatically add it to that collection. Should, if I reload. Might have to recreate the collection. Nope, there, it took it. And I did forget to put the tag in there, so that was dumb. All right, so one question I get all the time is when you have your products, okay, and say somebody goes and they buy this. Well, let's go back to the products. So somebody likes my shirt, you know, they pick their size, they pick the color, they like it. I gotta fix that too. Care instructions. Then they order it, and then what happens? So this is for people that are like kind of new. So either your supplier, you have to have a credit card on file with the supplier. So when this order goes through Shopify, the money goes into your Shopify account. Okay, so under here you got you're gonna have payments set up under here. So you have Shopify payments set up. So I should probably activate that. And I have my business details, so I'm not going to do that right now. And then you can also add PayPal. So Shopify collects the money. The money goes into your account with Shopify. Now, that is separate from your supplier. Your suppliers ding your credit card for the base cost of the product plus shipping. And then they will print, pack, and ship it. And then your suppliers will update Shopify, your store, with the tracking number for everybody. So that's how that works. You do have to set up payments first, which I don't want to do live because I'd give away all my business information, but that's how you do it, okay? Super easy to do. And so it's a little bit different than, say, using a platform where, like when we use GearBubble's platform, well, they would take the payment and then it would go into my account with GearBubble, and then I would withdraw from GearBubble to my bank account. Well, it's kind of the same, except I get paid first, and then I have to use a credit card with the print-on-demand supplier so that they can charge me for the base cost and the shipping of the product. So even if which is the next question I see here, if I offer free shipping on my store, then it is free to the customer, but it's not free to me. The print-on-demand supplier will still charge me shipping for every product. So you have to build in that cost into your pricing of all your products so that you're not losing money, because the margins on a Shopify store are typically 20 to 30%, and that means at the end of the day, if you're running ads and all that, you will actually be pocketing about 20 to 30% of your revenue into your pocket after you pay for your base costs, after you pay your processing fees, and after you pay for your ads if you're running any. If you're not running any, then your ROI or your return will probably be about 50%. It'll be a lot higher. So you can use free traffic to get people there. Speaking of which, we've got a lot to cover in the next one, which is getting traffic to these listings, to your store. And also I gotta cover building out that email part as well. So in the next training, we're gonna talk about that. But for now, what I want you guys to do is start thinking like, how many holidays are there that we kind of miss when we're doing jewelry? And so coming up, it's going to be back to school, right? And you think back to school and you're like, all right, what's working for back to school? Damn, I have no idea. Well, here you go. I just happen to look at this one. Let's go back. I want this listing, back to school shirts, preschool. Okay. And there's probably a whole ton of these that are in high demand. So moms are going onto like Etsy and they're looking for this stuff. So let's go, let's search Etsy. Let's just go back to school. So back to school. Look at all these. So let's analyze this. These are super easy to make too. You can make any of these on Canva in a heartbeat. Just let that load. See if there's any big ones yet. Teacher gifts, nope. Oh, while that's loading, I'm going to show you this too. Is this it? No. That's the door. Okay, this is a store called Pink Lily, and I just happened to be on YouTube the other day, and this came up on one of those MSNBC things. So this lady and her husband started selling on eBay, and they would sell like clothes wholesale. And then they expanded to their own shop, but they were actually getting traffic initially from a Facebook group, and now they did, I think they're up to like 141 million in revenue. They have like 250 employees, and what they're doing is exactly what we do, just on a bigger scale. We don't have 250 employees, but look at this. You can go to their store and you go best-selling graphic tees. We could easily create any of these. Super simple. And they even have a teacher section. Where is it? Teacher. Right now, these teacher ones are kicking butt. Like, not only on her store, but if you go to Etsy, it's kicking butt too. So let me see what we got. Is there anything big here? Oh, okay, scroll up. Kindergarten outfit. Hello, kindergarten. I'm Kennedy. So, 254 sales of this kid's shirt. Or reviews. That's reviews. That's not sales. Almost 1,700 of these babies. $46,000 in revenue pulled from this dumb little shirt. I wouldn't even put I'm Kennedy on it. I would just put Hello Kindergarten. And that way you don't have to do the personalization, which you can actually do personalization with Printful too, but I don't want to get into that today. So look at that. Oh my God. We just found a monster store. So now we're like, okay, let's go down the rabbit hole. 362,253 sales on an Etsy store from Rhode Island by Heather and Nicole. What was this to that? I just want to see if it was someone I thought I knew who it was. Anyway, now check this out. Everbee Analytics. Go and spy. While they're doing that, up to our necks in fabric. So when you find a gigantic store and you're like, I don't know what to do today, I need some ideas, I need some inspiration. Everbee, Insight Factory, these are your go-tos. There's also one called Sales Samurai, which I'm looking at now. I just figure the more spy tools we got, the better. Okay, so Mama sweatshirt. Really? 49? That's it. Just says freaking Mama. And then they got that personalized on the side, but interesting. What's this one? Women's fall shirt. Oh, what? Hey. So somebody did what we did. That's probably a new listing. Yep, brand new. Look at that. You know you're doing something right when the gigantic stores are doing the same thing, right? I didn't even know this. This just confirms that, you know, we got to make some pumpkin shirts, ladies and gentlemen, on our Shopify stores and our Etsy stores too. But we're not into Etsy yet. So anyway, I could go look through all this stuff all day long, but to summarize what we did today is we added 2 apps. Why am I not seeing the apps? I'm having a massive brain fart. Where's the app thing? Why do I have to go here and look at my apps? Weird. Oh, right there, apps and sales channels. Okay, good. Smart. Printful, shine on. There we go. Open app. Okay. Yeah, it'll open it right there. And then if I want to launch another one, just add another product. Same with Shine On. It used to be on the left side though. That's weird. Let's go back. If I want to go here, then I can go open app. And continue. Or you can just book. Yeah, here it is down. Why wasn't Printful down there? That's weird. Log in again. Okay. So I would just bookmark these sites. And we can see our products. Oh, super slow. There it is. So if you're going to be editing stuff though, I would edit the thing in Shopify. I wouldn't really edit it inside there. So there's our two apps. So bookmark those pages and then bookmark your actual store. So you got all three of those. I use RoboForm for all my stuff, for all my logins. Just helps. All right, I'm going to take some questions and then I'm going to go get a drink of water because my throat is killing me for some reason. And then we'll close this off. So yeah, it's basically shine on, printful, add those, go for Halloween stuff, go for the usual, I don't want to say boring, but same old from shine on. I don't mean to be negative, but it's just the same repetitive thing. And we need challenges, we need new, we need fresh. And that's where usually you can't sell like a t-shirt, right? With Facebook ads. True, absolutely, because you'll never make any money. But when you're selling clothing and like a sweatshirt where the margin is bigger, you can use ads and it doesn't have to be a Facebook ad. So I think I'm guilty of just focusing on one thing for too long, and to the point where I actually got burnt out on it. And I'm like, I want to expand, I want to do more. And especially when these platforms come and like punch in the gut and remove stuff on you, and it's like, come on, man. So it's time to expand, diversify, never put all your eggs in one basket, ever, never, ever, ever. So even with Printful, there are other suppliers like Printify. There's a bunch of others for a bunch of different products that you can get from the App Store. So always be like, spend 80% of your time, energy, and budget on what's working and 20% on experimenting. Okay, so yes, finding unique POD product ideas is difficult, so I hope we solved that. Being new is a short life cycle, yes. What margins if we sell on Amazon? Freaking tiny. So I did a post in here where I broke this down. Now I can't remember the name of it. Where the heck did I put it? I'm gonna find it. I think it worked out to like, if you didn't use their Amazon PPC ads, oh, here it is. Okay. So let's say you sell a product on Amazon at like Aphrodite store, $37.87. There's your fees, $8.56. There's your fulfillment costs, $3.72. There's your storage cost, 2 cents. So your estimated cost per unit is $12.30. Your net profit per unit is $25.57. That is only Amazon numbers, okay? So you got to subtract your base cost from that. So that's what I did. So meaning you have $25.57 less, subtract the base cost of that product now, and this is Amazon FBA. So I took what a box of 25 would cost, which is $18.17. So you're at $25.57 minus $18.17, $7.40. That's your profit for selling on Amazon FBA through Gearbubble. Now, let's say I'm such a dick. Let's say you decide to run some Amazon PPC ads. CPCs, the cost per click is about $2. So you could pay for about 3.7 clicks, and that would wipe out your profit margin. So your conversion rate would have to be very impressive to make any money with this. My analysis has this conclusion: Amazon FBA is a volume game. So sure, you sell 25 units, 25 times 740 profit, that's $185. If you wanted to do 10,000 a month with Amazon FBA, 54 times you'd have to be ordering 25 boxes from Gearbubble. That would cost you $24,547.86. So you'd be selling 1,350 units per month. Your revenue would be $50,179.50. These are the screenshots you see. These are the big ones, the revenues ones. You don't see your profit. Your profit would be $9,990, and you outlaid almost $25,000 to get $10,000 back. Not horrible, but that's without running any ads. Your fees to Gearbubble and Amazon would be $40,189.50. Your ROI is about 20%. So bottom line, the actual profit is about 20%. Their expenses are huge. Their upfront costs are huge. And I will tell you right now, the average print-on-demand seller cannot do this. Okay, it's high-risk route, and yes, it can work. But then you get to the point where, okay, I just bought 25 of these, and I sent them to Amazon FBA. Life is good. I'm going to pull in $7.40 per sale because I'm not going to run ads because I don't need ads. Well, yeah, you do. You also need a brand, and you also need a bunch of other things to make this work because it's not just a magic thing where you send a box over there and they sell it. You have to have history. You have to have everything going for you. Then when it doesn't sell, they charge you. And then they'll say, okay, we're either going to destroy this inventory or we can send it back for you. And as one of our members already said, it costs her like $10 to send the box and $40 to get it sent back because it didn't sell. So it's not a guaranteed route. Amazon in general it's good and it's bad. It's great because there's a ton of sellers. You can make some money. It's bad because it's a whole different business model. It's a lot higher risk. And just because you put something out there doesn't mean it's going to sell. So this is why I've steered clear of it for so long, because you need deep pockets to make it work. And I think that's not a bad thing. It's actually a good barrier to entry for a lot of people. But the other thing I really, really don't like is when you get a winner, it's automatically copied like multiple times. And then that damn copycat will undercut you on price. So that's why I put this in there. I probably should have made its own. Probably should have titled that differently because I don't think too many people saw my post, but that's it. All right, should we put the same products in each store, Etsy and Shopify? Yeah, you should. Is Printful better than using Printify? They're about the same. You're gonna hear, if you go Printful reviews, you're gonna get a bunch of good, bunch of bad. If you go Printify reviews, you're gonna get a bunch of good, bunch of bad. They do work. There's always going to be bad situations that come up with any product, any company. It just happens. Couldn't you find another supplier for the heart-shaped or similar necklace? Well, no, because all my designs are specific dimensions to Gear Bubble's heart. Now, Shine-On's heart is different. He made it different. I don't know why. Probably because he didn't want them to think he was copying them directly, but I mean, Shine-On's whole business was built on copying another business and just doing it better. So he changed the dimensions of those. And so all those designs that I have over there that are dead, I can't even move them to Shine-On. I have to redo them all, which is a gigantic pain in the ass. Can we still list on gearbubble.com? Yes, you can. Now, here's the other thing. I love platforms and I love not doing the customer service. I love listing it there, letting them do all this stuff. Now I'm kind of worried because if Shine-On took down their platform, does Gearbubble take theirs down next? Because Gearbubble really seems to be focusing on Etsy and Amazon. They're not really into Shopify at all. They do have the dropship dashboard, which is great. I don't know if their pro store is even, I don't know if they've abandoned that. I'm worried that they're going to drop their platform too, because maybe they're just not getting enough sellers on there. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. Because it's good because it forces us all to adapt, adjust, and move forward. It's bad because it was a really nice way of doing business. But now I'm a little concerned if I put too much of my focus onto that they're going to pull the rug out for me again with a double whammy of punch in the face. So I don't want to do that. So diversify. Yeah, the next question, do Gearbubble auto stores still work? I don't know. I don't honestly. I had a really good relationship with Don, like super good. Like we were really good friends. And Brandon, I don't know. I don't know him very well. I sent him an email about 4 days ago. Haven't got a response. So I mean, I take that as, I don't know. I guess he's doing his own thing, but whatever. Oh my God, I missed that FBA profit breakdown. So good to have. What am I going to do on this? I'm going to edit this because that title is stupid. There. That's a better title. So there, you want to see it? Amazon FBA product breakdown. There you go. All truth about Amazon. Yes, sir. What else changed with Gearbubble lately besides dropping 123 of your listings? 354, not 123. Is everything else the same? Yeah, like I just said, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that helps. There's no way in hell I'm listing on Amazon FBA right now. I hate to do that to people. I don't mean to break your spirit, because I know it does work. It's just, it's not as glitzy and glamorous as they're making it out to be. And that's the same with any of these companies. You see a lot of rah, and this is great, and blah, blah, blah. And even going to the Shine On group, which I have it actually muted because, yeah, I'm just not interested. But you see a lot of like, oh, I got my first $1,000 sales. And then it's like, okay, that's good. That's awesome. But they never post what they spent, and they never post anything else. It's just, or the big screenshots like, I made $1 million this month. Did you? But did you spend 1.2 to get it, bud? Like, that's what you don't see. So I admit I'm too negative. I'm working on it, but I'm 47 years old. I'm grumpy old man. That's what I'm known for. I don't believe the hype. So I think when you guys see, when you can get my my insight into some of this stuff, I think it's going to help you, because then you can, when that next shiny object comes along, you'll be like, yeah, really? Is that true? Okay. All right. Whatever. So what would you do if you had a ton of credits in GB Pro stores like I do? Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, what do you do? I mean, I don't know if it's going anywhere. I'm not saying it is. I guess I would try and use them up while I was building Shopify and Etsy. So then you have, like, the whole theme is don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? So go with your Pro store and your credits and build that up, and then Shopify and Etsy and build that up. And you could take one product and put it on all three, because there's nothing stopping you from doing that. And if you have that much more, like 3 times the real estate on the internet versus just one, that's a better thing for you, because now you got 3 things bringing you in money. Yeah, you're a little distracted because you got 33% of your effort and your time and your budget focused on 3 different things, but if you have them there, you might as well use them. And then if you use up all your credits and nothing was working, close it up. At least you tried. You tried. So they seem to be really pushing Amazon. Yes, they do, because of that Aphrodite thing. Because of this store right here. If you go here. So this store is owned by Aphrodite's, which they say they're now connected to Gearbubble, but I think this is that Vergio thing. It's so weird. I can't even spell it. Bro, is that it? I spelled it wrong. I bookmarked it somewhere. Where the heck did I bookmark it? I spelled the name wrong. Aphrodite. Oh, yeah, I did. Dite. Let's go. Let's try this. Here we go. So here's one, 42.97. That's because the exchange rate is different. So let's go here. There's their store. Well, that's actually a nice one. Mother. That's a cool one. That's a cool one. Badass daughter. Badass wife. Mummy. Oh, the mummy one would work. Nice too. I found their whole, all products. There we go. They have more than that. What the heck? Where'd all their products go? Okay, I'm doing something wrong. Gift set. Oh. I don't know. I found one page that had like a whole ton of listings on it. Now I can't find it. I forgot what I was even talking about. Lost my train of thought. Anyway, what's your margin on gearbubble.com with message card jewelry? It's actually really good. It's like $60 before ads. Can you still ask Don Wilson what he thinks is going to happen with gearbubble.com listings? Yeah, and I have. And Don is a very good at. He's a super nice guy, love the guy, but he will never say a bad thing about anything ever, whereas I will. So even if something bad were going on, Don would be nice about it. So he doesn't want to hurt his baby, which he founded, so he'll never say anything negative about it. And I don't think I've ever heard him say anything negative, period. So yeah, I can ask, but I think he's busy with his NFT and his crypto stuff. What would happen if we copied all of Aphrodite's designs since we know they're selling? Would that work? Or is Aphrodite going to come after us? Well, that's the thing. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but just remember when it happens to you, what you did. So if you feel good about that, go for it. I wouldn't copy them directly. I would make my own version of it, just so I personally feel better about myself. Because then when I get copied, so if you go to their store and copy everything and sell them and maybe undercut them on price, which is what Amazon sellers do, then you cannot complain when it happens to you, which it will. So when you have a really good seller making a ton of money, life is good, you feel invincible, you're like, I'm gonna go buy that yacht, and then all of a sudden 5 guys undercut you and copied your thing, can't say a word because you did it too. So that's my only thing. But use it for inspiration, but don't copy direct. Like just because they did it one way doesn't mean that you can. Their top selling product is the mummy one, I bet. Yeah, this one, right? God, yeah. So knowing that this is their top seller, right? Make your own version. Make your own. Super simple, make your own. Switch some stuff out. They got this baby feet thing in it, but you don't even need that. It's cool. Or does that have like, that puts their initial and everything? It's neat. Amazon stores are only one page. Oh, but I thought I found another store where it had, another page where it had like tons and tons of listings. I swear I clicked on all products and there was like hundreds. I'll try and find the link. When I find it, I'll post in the group. Yeah, so what's the relationship between these guys and Gear Bubble? I think the same parent company, Bergio, which is like a penny stock. From Bergio is actually a jewelry guy in, oh, what the hell? I looked at this before. I tried to dig in and I was like, I'm getting confused. So Bergio. BRGO. What? Oh, it's an over the counter. Okay. 52-week high penny. Eee. Oh god. Anyway, don't. Yeah, you lose your mind if you try and figure out what stocks are doing. Company profile. This is who bought Gear Bubble. But I don't know enough about this to really comment on it, to be honest. There it is. Abajian. That's the founder. Okay. So he's I know he's in the jewelry business big time. Bergio International. Oh, Bergio.com. There we go. That's the dude there. Head designer of Bergio, global leader in jewelry design and manufacturing, established 1995. So there's all your info on him. And I think either he owns that Aphrodite thing and they sell on there. I don't know how it works. Shop. He's got his own, like, there's like real jewelry too. Like all this stuff. I think this is where he started doing all this kind of good stuff. Then he got into Amazon. Pretty sure. But anyway, you can dig through that if you want. Okay, last few and then I'll close it off. So I watched the whole Amazon FBA Gear Bubble Webby and it looked good, but I wish they would have said after everything the margin is like $7. It wasn't very transparent. That's, yeah, you're right. Well, now you know. So Link for store. Oh, right on. Here we go. Copy and paste this link. Let's go here. Oh yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, let's see, there's a ton more on here. There it is, bestsellers. Okay, so this is the link. Thank you, Beth. Mama to be. Be like the butterfly. Okay. Badass daughter. Dog mummy. Nice. So you can get a lot of good ideas from here. Cat mummy. Dog mummy. Daughter. You are my sunshine. Oh, that's neat. That's actually pretty cool. Daughter-in-law. This was the one for sure. This is it. Look at all these products. They keep going. Okay, I'm gonna post this on here for you guys. Make your own version. That's what I say. So nothing would stop you from going, all right, if I'm on here or on here, I see something new and catches my eye. Like, we definitely know that one works. The daughter market is huge. There's a soulmate one. So you could take all of these and you can make your own version, put them on your Shopify store, put them on your Etsy shop, and pop to your uncle. You could even do Amazon FBA if you really wanted to, but we all know. See, over 1 million happy customers. So for them, I think it's literally just, it's a volume game. And also for them, the base cost is going to be far less than it is for you and me because there's no margin built in. So if it's $18.71 for us per unit, for them, that might be like $2 per unit. So in that case, yeah, it's absolutely profitable because they own all the production too. Now they have employees and everything else that they have to pay for, like designers, probably a warehouse or two, people to ship it, people to pack it, people to print it. So yeah, actually at the end of the day, it wouldn't be down to $2 per unit, but it would probably be less than what we pay because it might be $10 per unit. And then they're like, hey, we're going to charge $8.71 on top of the 10 to sellers to do it. So is it a way to like put a motor on their business too? Could be that. Could be a million things. I see a lot of other people copying Aphrodite. So what do you think happens to them? I don't know how it works on Amazon. I know people report other people and brands report brands, and then Amazon might take down accounts. That's what I heard, but I don't know the whole process. Cool, great info, right on. Where does Aphrodite get their traffic to the Shopify store? I imagine they have a gigantic, if they have over a million buyers, then think of their email list as like 1 million people. If you have an email list of 1 million buyers of a necklace, you are set for life. So you could open up your own Shopify store and just literally send emails every day on a new product and then run a sale once a month, and you are living the life. So that combined with their social media stuff that they're probably doing, I haven't really looked into that much, but yeah, I mean, when you own the whole thing, you can make a lot of money. So instead of $7.40 per unit, maybe it's $14 per unit. Multiply that by 1 million customers, then you're up to $14 million in profit. Now you're talking, right? So we're just kind of stuck because we got to use the middleman, and the middleman always takes a cut or bumps up the base cost on us. So the other thing is like start your own. Then you can do your boxes with your own name on it and everything. But now you're talking a whole different can of worms. Anyway, I'm babbling now, so I'm going to stop because we went way over time. But the key is diversify. Diversify with Shopify, diversify with Etsy. If you have a Gear Bubble auto store, pro store, I can't remember what it's called, use it. Use the credits up. If it's working, keep it going. If it's not, shut her down, and then just focus on Shopify and Etsy. So I'm not knocking anything. I'm like, stuff works. It's just the level that it works and kind of the behind the scenes stuff and the insight that nobody ever talks about. That's what I wanted to give you guys. So you can make a more educated decision when you're looking at, the next email you get from Gearbubble with the next $2,000 product, and you might think, okay, that looks really great because it's supposed to look really great. That's what marketers do. They make it look really great. They're doing their job. They're not doing anything bad, and people will make money with it. Same with Rachel's low-hanging system. Like, she's running YouTube ads now, and she's getting a lot of buyers because she made it look really, really good. And it is good. It's a good system. But there are some things behind the scenes that you don't really see. Like, Rachel owns a mug factory, custom happy. She owns the whole supply chain. So for her to list stuff on Amazon FBA is super easy because she already has everything in place. So it's a little bit harder when she's now the middleman between you and Amazon because your costs go up. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. All right, I'm gonna close off with that. Next week, we got to get some traffic. So I'll review that as well as the biggest part, which I think is email. So we're gonna go through that too. So we'll wrap it up next week. And then by the end of these 3 sessions, you guys will have Shopify up and running, clicking along, getting some traffic, getting some sales on some products outside of the jewelry world. So I'm not saying dump jewelry. I'm just saying add more, diversify, so that when a company decides to go, we're not offering that anymore, you're like, that's cool. You won't take a gigantic hit like I did. All right, good stuff. We'll talk to you guys soon. We'll see you in the forums. Have a great day. Hey everybody, welcome to webinar number 3 of 3. This one is going to cover a lot of ground, but before we get started, just give me a 1 if you can see my screen and hear me okay. Everybody good? Give me 1 in the chat box there. Awesome. Good. And let me know where you're at and what's the weather doing. So I'm in London. It is hot, and yesterday we actually had a tornado warning, which turned out to not even come close to us, but I think it went north of us, and there is some like videos online of an actual touchdown of a tornado, which is crazy. A little too close to home. So I've got like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I've got some ducks in my backyard that we actually hatched from like eggs, and I had to bring them inside the kitchen just to keep them safe. So we got California, super hot as usual. And we got down the road, yeah, same as me. Sunny, a little overcast. California's always hot. They actually had there's almost going to be a fire ban up here out at my trailer. They're going to do that starting last Monday, but then it poured rain, so they got rid of that, which was nice because the grass was getting super dry. So anyway, I'm going to dive in because I got a ton of ground to cover. Apparently, one thing too, just on a housekeeping note, Shopify right now has a $1 for 3 months thing going on that you can get into. So I don't know if you guys saw me before I started, but I had to pick a plan, and usually it's $29.99 a month, but they have a special going on for $1 a month for 3 months. So that's a really good way to get going, and I think I know why they're doing it, because their stock price is down so freaking far. It's not even funny at this point. But let's look at this. There was a question I got from the other number 2, and that was, I can remove password now because I got a plan. Let's get rid of that. Preferences. Oh, sorry, checkbox. There we go. So I got a question from somebody saying, I need to see more on this part. And I thought, okay, so I can definitely do that. It's just very simple. And I'm going to go through that real quick before we start. So if I want to change anything on this page, just go here to themes. Then you go to customize, and you have a drag and drop editor where you can do whatever you want. So in here, if I don't like this image, I can get rid of it. I can edit everything. So the first image is there, image banner, banner height, I can do small. You see it changes everything. If I just wanted a color in there, I could actually do just a little image of like a color. That's the only way I really found to put a color as a background. But it's got everything that we can change. So the color scheme, everything, stack images on mobile, show container. So you can basically edit every single thing you want. And I got a cover image here. Let me see this. Oh, yeah, I got my brand images already in there. Primary colors, you can do that over here. You can do everything under settings. But let's say I want to change this. I want to say like welcome. So then over here it says image banner. I can change that to welcome. Heading size large, that's fine. And then over here I've got this one. I can say we want happy customers. That is priority number 1. Okay, and then just for the sake of the people that were asking, so if I want to change this, I could change it. I could select an image. And then I don't really have any in here, so let's go to free images, see what they got. There's a whole bunch in here, but I can also find my own. So let's go to something like here. Let's get a free background. So let's go dark texture background. And then that's cool. Let's try this one. Free download. X out of there. So it's down here in the bottom. So I go show in folder. Then back over here. I can actually upload that now. Library upload. And then right there. Oh, exceeds 20 megapixels. Okay, so if you get that, then go here. There's a site called TinyPNG. Go there, and then just reduce the size. So I'm gonna drag and drop this here. And it'll compress it down. And it's actually a really good idea to run any of your images through here, because that way your page will load faster when people get to it. So this is taking a minute, probably because it's a huge file. Yeah, 2.1 megabytes is huge. So now it's 1.6, so let's download that. And there's the new one, so let's go upload to this. "20 megapixels, still too big, crap." So that one's way too big, so I gotta find a smaller one. Or I can use Photoshop and drop that size. Maybe if I wonder if I try and reduce the one I just reduced. See if that little hack will do it. So that only dropped 26%, that's gotta be a huge file. Or I go here. Oh, that's why it's huge. Okay, let's go with this. Let's try this instead. Yeah, I downloaded like a freaking gigantic image. There we go, that's much better. Okay, let's do this. I just downloaded the wrong size. There we go, it'll take that one. So there, so we got that. Now you can make it like more flowery or whatever you want. And then shop all, this is a button, so we can edit where this goes. And the first button link goes to all products. Second button label, second button link. So we can have 2 buttons on there. Talk about your brand. So here you can put whatever you want. Just click it, then change it. Or you can totally remove that part too. And actually I didn't save that, that was dumb. Bugger. Select there. select. There. I'll click save while I'm going this time. So you can see I can edit everything on here. And if I want, under this section too, I can pick what I want to have in here. So I can go to collections. This one currently has all, but if I wanted to make like a front page collection, I could do that. I could add some products to it very easily because I don't really want this package protection, whatever the heck it is. I don't really want that in there. So even down here, you can do collages. You can do videos. And if you don't want a section to show, like say this video section, if I didn't want it to show on the left here, I just click it, get rid of it. Then it's gone. So you can make it look as pretty as you want. Really, this front page is not something that a lot of people are even going to go to. In my opinion, they're more going to go to your individual listings like this one. So they won't be going to the front page. And actually, we can edit stuff on here too if we want. See on the left-hand side, I got text, title, text. I can change fonts. I can change everything. Buy buttons. I can change the colors, description, materials. If I turn that on, yeah, right in here, see how it's got a drop down and there's like nothing in it. So if I click on it, then on the left, I can put in row content. So I can put in all the information here on materials, shipping, dimensions, care instructions. So I can edit all of those just by clicking it on the left, then editing on the right. All right. And then image with text, if I want that, I can put it, or I can just turn this part off. So I can click it, I can just turn it off. Then free shipping, I can have that in there. So you can edit every single page and then just click save as you're going. And you can make it look as nice as you want. And then in here, if I click home, it'll take you back to the home page and then I can continue editing. So what I would do is make it look how you want it to look and make it say what you want it to say. Okay, so you don't have to mimic exactly what I'm doing, but that's why I didn't go through it in the last one because it's pretty simple to do. So what are we talking today? Well, we're talking about a couple things, and this is where I'm going to go with this. Oops. Log in. Come on, buddy. Okay, so I'm going to give you the overview here, just so everybody's on the same page. I had one here. There it is. Just let that load. So we have our store right now. And our store is called, by the way, I saw some of your domains. I love them. Good job. So it's beatgift.com. And on here, we can put whatever the heck we want. We can have collections. We can have jewelry. We can have sweatshirts. We can have candles. We can have car seat covers. We can do literally any product that we want. So the store exists. Right now we have like 2 products on it, but I'm just going to go with one product here. So sales page here. And this page is going to be my pumpkin sweatshirt. So on here, so this is listed on the store. And we used, I'll move that over here. Actually back here a little bit. We use Printful in order to fulfill this one. Okay. So Printful is where it actually exists. Our store is where it's displayed. Think of it that way. So we launch stuff on Printful, push it to our store, which creates a sales page, and it exists on our store. But now we need to get traffic here. So there's a couple of things that we can do. Number one, let me just scroll that down a bit. We're going to use free traffic, and we're going to use paid traffic. So I'm going to do this. Actually, let me go to the traffic. Facebook is one source of free traffic. So I'll put the free down here. So we're going to send traffic from Facebook from a page. We're also going to send traffic from, call this one a group. Facebook group. And then we're also going to send traffic from Pinterest. And then we're going to send it from Twitter. And we're going to send it from Instagram. Okay, so we've got 5 sources there. We could even use LinkedIn, but I think these 5 are good. And now we need something to control that, so we're going to use our friend over here, which is called FB Traffic. And I'll put the link in the replay here, but this is going to control here. It's going to control here. It's going to control the post here. It's going to control the post here. It's going to control the post here. Okay, now this is all free. So everything, we have to connect the accounts to FB Traffic, schedule the posts to go out. The posts go to our product. So every product that we have, we're going to swap out the sweatshirt for the next one and the next one and the next one. And what we're creating is kind of a bunch of links from social media to our product page, but we're not done there. There's also this crazy little thing called TikTok, which I'll put up here. And we're going to send traffic from TikTok to our product page. There's also Instagram, but Reels. I don't think they have these on here. We'll make it look like this. And then there's also YouTube Shorts. So we'll go here. So I'm going to rename this to not a story, but a reel. And this one is going to be not YouTube itself, but YouTube Shorts. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 places that are sending traffic to our product page. So 5 of them can be scheduled from FB Traffic. 3 of them we have to do on our own. Now these ones up here require videos. So we need to have videos done for each. So let's go here. What's that video look like? All right, we'll just put it like this. So we have to have a video here going to this one. Then we have a video going to this one. Then we have a video going to this one. So each of these videos, I'll put this up here. All of those videos are the same. They all look the same. Maybe we can move that down a bit. Let's go. It's called portrait, right? Yeah. That just means like on your phone, it's a vertical alignment. So you can see that we have a whole bunch of stuff going on here that we have to do. Now the bottom part, we've already done. The top part, like this is in a bunch of other trainings. I can show you guys again if you want, but you get the gist. And there is training available on this already with free traffic. But this part up here is the new way, which is create one video, and we can use Canva to do that. Then we can post it to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and we can have the links pointing to our product page. So that alone will get you traffic. But then what we're also going to do is once we see something taking off, you can use Facebook ads, although I can't. On the paid traffic side, let's put these up here. We can send Facebook ads to our page. We can also send TikTok, and there is all training on all this stuff in the forums right now. TikTok. And then the other one that I really like lately a lot, especially if you're selling like a female product, like a pumpkin sweatshirt, is Pinterest. So this is all paid traffic. Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Pinterest. You can also run YouTube ads. Now YouTube ads are a little bit different. It's more of a 2-step process for that. Goes to there. So these are all our paid ad sources, and there is actually more, but they're smaller, so we're not going to worry about those right now. that's the basic ones. Facebook ads, I'm not a super fan of right now, mainly because I'm banned. TikTok, I like a lot, and that's where you can use these videos that you created over here in your TikTok ad as well. Pinterest is good. If you shoot videos and put them on Pinterest, they gotta be square. Those are the best ones. Instead of using images on Pinterest, even if you post videos on Pinterest, then run some ads to them, that's a good thing. And then YouTube, it's more of a two-step where you go very broad with the video, and then you create another campaign where you retarget people who watched the first video, and you retarget them with like a discount or something, and that's how you make these work. Actually, retargeting with all these works very well. So now you might be thinking, holy crap, that's confusing. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so let me confuse you even more. I got one more thing, and this is right here. This is email. So I'll put email over here. We're going to be sending email to our product page as well. So the email system this is kind of more what I wanted to cover today, but I wanted to give you an overview of the free and paid traffic routes that you can take. The only reason I'm not going into detail on those right now is because I already have a lot of training in the forums about all of these sources. Besides these three, these are fairly new, but it's basically create a YouTube account, a TikTok account, and an Instagram account, which you already have from down here. And you're gonna make a video, like short and sweet. You can make it on Canva, 15 seconds, have like 3 images and have them rotate, have some text on it with a call to action, post it there. You gotta post these manually, unfortunately. There's no real way around it. Nobody has automated this part yet with the short little videos, but the video traffic will far outweigh the bottom traffic that we got going on down here, because people love video and people love TikTok, and people like, even if you don't like TikTok, it doesn't really matter because a lot of people do and a lot of people are on it. So we got to go where everybody is. So actually clean this up a little bit. There, that looks better. And I can move this down a bit, make it fit on the page. Down here, there, that looks way better. So you can see that we have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 possible traffic sources for our one product page. So I wouldn't suggest really going with the paid traffic until you know the product is selling. But once it's selling, then you know that, then you can fire up paid ad campaigns in order to really scale it even further. And these do not have to be like $1,000 a day campaigns. People, that's one thing too that I find a lot of guys do, is they get so excited about a product working that they're like, oh no, okay, I want to make that go up to like $1 million a day. And it's like, okay, why don't you just get that trucking along, producing like 20 sales a day for you and paying all your bills, instead of scaling to the moon and having it burn out. Like, I don't get that. Agency guys are the worst for that. When you ever hired a Facebook ad agency guy, they always want to scale. They want to scale. And it's like, you don't need to be making $1 million a day on one product for like 3 days and then have it die off completely because you burn through the whole audience. Why don't you spread that out longer so you have more stability in your business? So it's a trade-off. So I am not, that's why you'll see in most of my training, I don't go huge with the scaling. Like the most I'll go up to is like $2,000 a day, which is enough during the Christmas run. But there are guys out there that will find a product and they'll like basically nuclear bomb it with traffic. And then within a week or two, that product's dead and they got to start over because they whip through all the traffic in that short amount of time. And that's a high stress way to do it. That's kind of like going to a casino and going into the back room with the VIPs and betting like, $5,000 a hand when you could sit at the other $5 table and play all day and have far less stress and probably more fun. But anyway, this alone is kind of the blueprint. So what I want to really dive into, and I can certainly help you guys with the paid stuff and this stuff on the forums, and I can point you into the direction of the training, but this is where I wanted to focus right now, because email is really the lifeblood of any store, and this email part is a part where everybody ignores it. They just don't bother getting the emails. So going back to here, what we want to do, and I'll show you on the apps. Let's go to the App Store. There are 2 main choices here. I'm going to show you. This one, it loads. Oh, sure. There it is. This one. I spelled it wrong. Klaviyo, email marketing, and this is cool too, SMS. So the text message stuff is like a lot of people are really focusing on this now too, because you can be sending text to people's phones. So if you have a sale going on, or if you just have a new product coming out, I would only do it for sales for the SMS portion. But this is a really good one, super powerful, and so you can sync it all with Shopify with a single click, send eye-catching emails in minutes using ready-to-go templates, grow your contact list with engaging forms. And that's where, you know, when you go to a store and the first thing that pops up is, hey, take 15% off, just join our email list. So I do suggest that too. It's a very good idea. But under the full description here, I'll just show you. So unify a customer platform, blah, 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 sync everything, automation, segmentation. This is the cool part that I like about this, and one of the big pluses. So whether you're sending a drip campaign, transactional email, special holiday campaign, ultra relevant content can help boost your engagement and earn more revenue. This is where they have the leg up on the next one I'll show you, because if somebody came in here and they bought a pumpkin sweatshirt, odds are it's a female who's like into the holiday stuff. So if I know that, then within this program, within this app, I could segment them out and only send them like holiday sweatshirts if I wanted in the future. So you can get as complex as you want, but it's not always necessary. Sometimes simple is better. Reporting. So because they're synced with your store, they can see everything. And pricing wise, this is what I don't like is the pricing, because it can get super expensive. Let's click this. Super expensive. So take your marketing to the next level. Join it's klaviyo.com, by the way, if you want it. So email marketing starting at $60 a month. So the Shopify store is $29.99 a month, but they want $60 a month for this, for email and SMS, $45 a month for this. Now this is a small amount of contacts, and then free up to 500. So 500 monthly email sends, which is nothing. So the email cost of this can get quite expensive, but if you really want to do everything you want it to do, you're gonna have to pay. And watch this, as soon as I go up, it's gonna hurt to look at this. 135 a month. And then let's say you get a store up to that, you're up to 180 a month. But look at this. This is what I don't like. They only get, oh, did that not refresh? That should be way more sends than that. That's only 1 cent a month. So this part is not updating. I gotta check on the set. Oh, how many contacts? Let's go here. So you have 10,000. There we go, that's better. This is what I don't like. If you want email and SMS, holy crap. Like, it works, but do I really want to pay that much? $3.10 a month. If you multiply that by 12, $3,720 a month, a year, for your email marketing and SMS. If you just did this, that's a little bit more reasonable. Still, your email marketing software is going to be your most expensive thing that you have. So this one's $175 a month. I think this is why, if you're starting out, I mean, it's good to know that this is here, and it's good to know they have the SMS stuff, but I'm not a fan of the cost. It seems super expensive to me. Well, it is super expensive. So the other alternative, and the one that I like a little bit better, and the one that I use more, is right here. So let's go to MailChimp. Now these guys too, you can find them in the store right here. Right there, MailChimp. So they do have an app, they do integrate, which is perfect, and we can use automation in order to send the drip campaign, which is sending an email a day, and then sending out our sales campaigns as well, which you can schedule in advance as well. Pricing wise, I like this better too, because if we go here, pricing, they have premium, standard, essentials, free. So this one starts here. So if we go to 10,000 there, so it's 115 a month for 10,000. This is actually what I'm at on my program. And I'm willing to pay that because I make a lot more than that back. But I mean, when you're first starting out, you might have like 500. Then as you grow, you just pay more, and you get more sends with it too. And sends are just how many emails you can actually send. So for you guys, I don't recommend this if you're starting out. If you have a store that's super established and doing really well, and you want, this is kind of like the Ferrari of the, I would, based on the cost alone, of the email marketing providers. This one is one that's super good too. It's like a Lamborghini, but it doesn't cost as much as the other one. And they don't have the SMS ability. So you can't really text with this, which is the downside. But you can still make a lot of money with email. And now I'm going to go into this. I can connect it to my store and show you how to do that. So let's go to here. I add the app. Should probably create an account first. So you go there, install app. Take control of tags and groups. So the tags are what are really cool. So you can now use logic-based rules for tagging or grouping customers in MailChimp or Shopify in the tags and group. So try it out. So you can build a rule, want more control over your tags in MailChimp and Shopify, create rules-based or simple complex logic. For example, if a customer buys a specific product and or uses a specific discount code, then sync this information with MailChimp as a tag or interest group. You can always pause or delete. This is super powerful. They didn't even have this before. So I can name this, let's say they bought a message card buyer. You could even go deeper and say, to my wife message card buyer, and you could tag them as that. So now you know it's probably a male, it's probably a husband. So we could send out, if we launch a new product that's like dedicated to him, we could send that out to them. So I could go like, or in my case, I'll use the pumpkin thing. So we'll go pumpkin. Then you go if product tag contains pumpkin, which I think that one does. Then we're going to tag them in MailChimp. Then add a customer tag called pumpkin. Save rule. So back before, they didn't have this, which is I think why everybody was using Klaviyo. But now that they do, this is super powerful. So every time you add a new product type, create a tag in here so that you can tag them. And we got audience status, promo codes, Shopify customer tag manager. I don't even know which account this is hooked to though. Give us a second. Oh, I imagine it's hooked to this one because it didn't ask me to connect to my other one. Okay, so here we go. Before you begin, you must archive any automated welcome emails to prevent redundant welcome messages. Okay, don't have to worry about that. Manager access or hire will be required to configure this integration. Any existing abandoned cart email sequences will not migrate. Save time, you can save your existing welcome or abandoned cart emails as a template to speed it up. If you're syncing to an existing audience, create a backup. Okay. So here we go. Create a new account or connect your existing one. So I'm going to create a new one. And I'm going to call this all that. Username, organization, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Connect. So it is all laid out pretty sweet. And I would say 30% of your sales will come from your email list. Somebody just asked that. So it's super important that you do that. So we'll select an audience. There we go. Tag mapper, double opt-in. I'm going to turn that off. Disabled. Merge tags, don't need those. Tags or groups I could create. them, or I can actually didn't do the rule. Customer tag mapper. MailChimp can keep your customer tags in sync with your MailChimp audience. This is a one-way sync from Shopify to MailChimp. We only sync tags that have been configured here. So we don't have those yet, but we can build that rule again. Then let's just do sync audience. Continue to overview. There we go. Good. So now we do have an account over there on MailChimp, and you could, when you go into your email, you'll see it. Get rid of this. So we can log into the account over there, and that's where we can do our drip campaigns and our holiday campaigns. But going back here for a second, I'm going to show you. Let me go here to the forums for a second. Because I don't want to have to repeat every single thing. I'm going to show you here. This method, number 28, covers every single thing about this that you're going to need. So we've got the sequences and we've got the sales in here. And this is the Godfather email method, because the whole point of this is to get people on the email list with this method. But within there, I'm using MailChimp, and there's 3 hours of training in here for you. So remember that, challenge number 28. 3 hours of training on creating the drip marketing and creating the sales. And now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to show you something. So on this end, we have email. So we have our drip sequence. So you're going to go into your MailChimp account and you're going to create a drip sequence. And that sequence is going to be all the products on your store. So every day you're going to send an email to everybody, to all your customers. One email is going to go here. Then the next email is going to go to the next product and the next product and the next product and the next product, and so on and so forth, all the way down the line. And if you're thinking automatically, I do not want to send that many emails because that's nuts, then I'm going to show you something here. Probably have one, which I've shown before. So I am big and tall, and I need to buy shirts and stuff that are taller in length. Otherwise, they don't really cover me because I'm too long. So this is the email. I'm going to go back here. Look at this. So if you're saying I cannot send an email every day, that's nuts. Well, July 20th, 2 emails. Today is the 21st, they already sent 1. 19th, they sent 2. 18th, they sent 2. This is a store that used to have a brick and mortar location just down the road from me. They closed that when the pandemic hit because people couldn't go into the store. But when the pandemic was over, they didn't reopen it. They just rely 100% on their warehouse and their email marketing now for their entire business model. So what these guys do is they basically send me a sale almost every day or every other day, and they're sending me products constantly. It is minimum 2 emails a day that these guys are doing. There's one that on the 15th, they sent 3. Look at that, 15 emails from the same company. And if I go back through this, you'll see 2. I don't even know how many are in here now. 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600. Oh my God. Just trying to find the first one that they sent. Now I'm a marketer too, so I wanted to see how crazy they would get. There it is. So the first one they sent me was on October 18th, 2020. And on that day they sent me 3. And that's when they started their email campaigns. But if you look at them, if I go to this one, it's everything right now. Oh, I don't know why that's not coming in. Oh, and there's a second one still here. Actually, let's go to the newer ones because these older ones are not seeming to work as well. I want to reset that. I'll just search again. So let's look at the one today. So today, 3 hours ago, they sent me this, Mr. Big and Tall, free shipping over $99. End of season clearance. Well, what season? Like, we're not even in the middle of the summer. But they're literally inventing reasons to send me a sales email. 40 to 50% off, shop this sale, shop by size. So these emails can be easily made in MailChimp too. And when I click it, it goes through and they have, look at that, I'm on their e-com store. First thing that pops up, 10% off your first order, sign me up or no thanks. That's awesome. So they are doing it really good. And what they'll do is they'll take a couple of their products and they'll just throw a discount on them so that they have a reason to email. And all these shirts and shorts and everything else, but not everything is on clearance. If I go to their main store, and this is actually not a bad store to mimic if we're doing clothing. So if you wanted a front page, you could do a front page just like this in Shopify. You could do shop, right? There's all the types, featured, brands, sale, style finder, everything. But look at that, there's their image header, there's their headline. Does this look familiar at all with anything we just did? It's just not centered, it's left aligned. Get it, shortcut, create short season, shop shorts. So that's what they put on the front page. And then they got summer styles. They put like 3 featured products in here. And then down here, they went down to their collections. So our biggest collection ever, let summer begin with Tommy Bahama. So you could do this. You could make something that looks exactly like this in Shopify. In fact, I don't even know what they're running on. Is it Shopify? I think this is WooCommerce. It could be, no, yeah, I think it's either WooCommerce or custom coded. But if you ever want to check, go like this. We'll view page source. I just do Control F. It is Shopify. This is a Shopify store. Legit Shopify store. And the theme they're using, I think it's the Dawn theme, to be honest. The one we're using too. This is a huge company that is just really kicking ass with their email marketing. Their whole they closed down their brick and mortar store because they make more money with just a warehouse and email marketing. So we don't have the warehouse directly, but we do have an unlimited number of warehouses through print on demand. And this is very important too. Join the MBT, Mr. Big and Tall community. New email subscribers get 10% off their first online purchase. New text subscribers are entered to win a $1,000 gift card. So they're doing both. And I bet you they're using Klaviyo for this. Klaviyo, whatever. So yeah, if you're saying, I can't email people that much, they'll hate me, they'll report me. I don't want to be a spammer. Well, I can tell you, a gigantic company in Canada, and there's more than this too. If you go to like any store in the US and any of their websites, they email you all the time too. So I'm on email, what is this, 6? Still this end of season clearance. When they end of season clearance, these are all, oops, let's go back. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 a day that they're sending me on emails. And now, oh, here, we're hiring. Our team is currently hiring management full-time and part-time. So they're actually expanding too because they switched to email. So if people are saying like, does email work? Is it even worth it? Yeah, it works. It 100% works. If you just get one of the products on your store to actually take off and go viral or like be a big winner, now that's going to build your email list to gigantic levels. And when you're sending out an email or 2 a day, if you're wondering what to send, just make up a sale or even just send 1 product a day. Like literally have the product name, image, a button to buy it, and that's it. You don't have to, it's not like you're writing your best friend every day and saying, hey, how you doing today? Well, today I did this and I went to the park and it was wonderful. And then the next day you're like, shit, what do I email them today? Okay, well, I had a burrito for dinner and it was really good. You don't need all that text at all. You need a headline, you need the image, and you need a button to buy it. That's it. 3 elements on your daily email. That's all you need. Now, what I'm saying is, on top of that, let's go back here. It's not just the drip sequence. That's 1. Okay, that's your email a day. And now you're thinking, all right, well, if some lady bought a pumpkin sweatshirt off my store, I don't want to send her a men's t-shirt. Yes, you do. You send them every product on your store because they might pass along to their husband. They might pass along to their boyfriend. Just because a woman bought a product doesn't mean you have to only send products for women to them, which people seem to run in. They get tripped up on that a lot with store names too. I had a person email me and they said, well, I want to do a gift store only. And I'm like, why do you want to limit yourself? Why do you want to pigeonhole yourself? Don't do that. Don't like even take the word gift and throw that in the garbage and just make a brand name. And then under your store, you can put anything you want. You have a ton of flexibility and you have a ton more options when you're emailing people. Like, you don't have to niche down on these stores. And I know that one product stores exist, but those are typically like drop shipping type stores where they're selling a blender or they're selling some weird fitness gizmo. That is another style, but that's not the style that we want to do with print on demand. For simplicity's sake, you want to build your store up as big as possible with as many links out there on the internet coming from social media, and hopefully other people are sharing your stuff too. When you build that store up to a big level, that's when you get brand recognition and you get known, and then your conversion rate goes up because people trust you more. But if you had like Bob's math teacher coffee mug store, well, why would you do that? That's not gonna go anywhere. I mean, yeah, math teachers might love your store, but you don't need to niche down that much. If you launch a general store and then one of your niches is really taking off and getting all your sales, then down the road you could say, okay, now I'm going to launch a niche store based on, my pumpkin sweatshirts are my best sellers and that's all I really seem to sell. Well, fine, leave the store running and create a pumpkin sweatshirt store down the road. But start off broad and narrow it down based on the data that you get. Okay. So anyway, the drip sequence is one. The other sequence is this. It's a sales sequence. So I'm going to go here. I'll put this here. And this is your sales sequence in MailChimp. Or if you use the more expensive one, you can do this. And the sales sequence is email. And I'm going to go there. And it basically looks like this. Well, let me move this up because I need more room here. So I'm going to show you this email just to really clarify this for you. So let's say you have, like, for example, Mr. Big and Tall did an end of season sale. I don't even know what that means, but this applies to anyone. So sale, email day 1 or day 0. No, we'll call it day 1. Announcement. Okay, so that's going to be your sale. That's going to be day 1, whatever the title is: Christmas sale, back to school sale, holiday sale, end of season sale, which I don't know what season they're talking about. Doesn't matter. It's a sale. It's a reason to do one. And then you have this, which is going to be here, email number 2, day 2. Let's say it's a 3-day sale. Reminder. That goes into your sales sequence there. And then you have this. It's going to be a duplicate. It's going to be, so this is a closing day of your made up sale, whatever it is. So day 3 in the morning, closing today, email. So, and then we're going to go here, we're going to do a duplicate, and this is going to be day 3, and this is going to be, maybe there's like 4 hours left. So this will be 4 hours left. Reminder. So what you've got now is, let's say it's a back to school sale. And so pull up your calendar. You're like, okay, in August, maybe last 3 days of August, so 29th, 30th, 31st, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to create a coupon on my store that expires on the 31st. It's going to be 40% off. Okay, so I'll go to Shopify. I'll go to discounts. I will create a coupon. It's going to be amount off, and I say it's a discount of, we can generate a code, or we can go like this, back to school, and then I make it a percentage, and I go, okay, let's go huge, let's go 40% off, and I could do specific collections, specific products, or I could do all. no minimums, no minimum purchase, no minimum quantities, all customers are eligible. Limit number of times can be used, limit to 1 per customer, yeah, that's fine. And then the active dates, we'll start that on the 29th, and we'll end that on the 31st of August at midnight. Okay, so this one will actually start this back here. There. So we've got it set to go, well, that's the 22nd, 29th to 31st. So let us save this discount. Oops, search collection, browse. And we'll go, we can pick, say we just wanted to do, well, we'll do all of them, right? Do all our collections. Or we'll go here. Should be able to go all products. And it's trying to limit me. Okay, so let's do it by collections. Or we could even go like this, and let's say we have a back to school one. So let's say, or gift for him, okay? We could do that, or we could pick them all. Right, so let's just pick them all, make it simple. So 40% off everything in the store, back to school sale, save discount. And then the link is here, get shareable link. So now we got this. So it's beatgift.com/discount back to school, copy the link. This is the link that goes in all 3 of our emails. Okay, so let's go back here. We got that created. So in MailChimp, we're going to create an email and we're going to schedule it to go out on the 29th. And it's going to say 40% off back to school sale starts today. And then in that email, we could have a nice picture of kids going back to school, a button with that discount link attached, and that's fine. We schedule that to go out usually in the morning or in the evening on the 29th, whichever. Some, like MailChimp, if you upgrade to the, if you upgrade to the next level, you can actually click the button and it'll tell you the best time to send it, which is usually about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, honestly. It seems to be that way all the time. So you schedule that for the 29th. The 30th, you schedule another email which says, hey, just a reminder, a lot of people took advantage. We had a great day on the store yesterday. Wanted to remind you that you can get 40% off everything in the store. Have a nice image of like kids smiling going back to school. A button, click here to get 40% off everything now. Send them to the main page or send them to a collection. Send them wherever you want. And then day 3, which is the 31st, we schedule an email in the morning, and it just says, hey, just a reminder, our 40% off sale ends today. Nice picture of kids going to school or whatever it may be, a button with the link and the discount. And in here, you could even put a timer code. So I'm going to give you a little, I put this in the Godfather method too, but I'm going to show you this just before I forget. It's this little site allows you, centric.com, allows you to do this. So enter your email. So we put one, this doesn't matter. You can put gibberish in here. This is just for them to have your email. And then we can say, okay, when does it end? So I could go to August 31st. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, maximum 30 days. Crap. Okay. So I got to come in closer. I want it to end on the 31st, so I have to come in closer to that day. Let's just say the 20th is the 31st. I'll put this at 12 o'clock a.m. That's in the morning. If I want it in the evening, I got to go the next day. So I'd have to go the 1st, but I can't select it. Oh. Like if I'm ending on the 31st, then I'll end it on the 1st. Then I'll put it at 12 a.m. on the 1st, okay? That actually did take it. That's weird. It just said I couldn't do 30 days. Oh, August 1st, okay. Yeah, I want it to be September 1st if I want it to end on August 1st. Anyway, I can't do it right now because I'm more than 30 days out. But then I changed my label colors to white and then black for white background, black label, black digits. Then I go like this, and then I go generate. And this little piece of code is what I copy into MailChimp. So I could go headline, image, button, and then timer. So this countdown timer on the last day will get you a ton of sales. Okay, so I'll schedule that. I could even say in my email, I can say there's 4 hours left, so I can schedule this last email on day 3, which is August 31st in our example case. I can set it to go out at 8 o'clock p.m. And then the email is legit. It looks like I just typed it out, when meanwhile, I could have done this like 30 days in advance. and I could schedule out all of my emails for my sales for the entire year if I wanted. I just can't use the countdown timer because I didn't know they had the 30-day limit. They didn't have that before. But anyway, so I do that, and then my back to school sale runs in the background while I'm doing whatever I'm doing, right? And my store is taking orders. Everything's fully automated because the fulfillment's by print on demand. All is good. So what you see on your screen right now is a full blueprint, and the way to execute this is to use all the training in the forums. That's why I didn't go back through everything today, because I wanted to get everybody on the same page with how you can have a Shopify store pumping out sales all the time, and when to do certain things and what to do with certain things, and the importance of email. Because this, even though I keep harping on it, everybody ignores this. So I would even have on your store, I would have that little pop-up that says, you know, hey, get 10% off your order today, enter your email. And every time, I know sometimes they're annoying to do, but you do want them, because they just, building that email list is the most important thing that you can do by far. It trumps all this free traffic stuff. It trumps all the free video traffic stuff. It trumps all the paid traffic stuff. If you don't have the email, and by the way, when somebody buys, they're going to go on your email list. So you got a list of buyers now too. So you could even segment that into buyers and non-buyers. When they come in through your pop-up on your main page, you can have them tagged to pop-up entered, and then you know in the future where they came from. So I know this is a lot to digest, and this is how we do it though, is that it can be a little complicated, but once I would take a screenshot of that, I'll actually post a screenshot of that right below the replay, and then you guys can go through it. I'll take some questions now, and then we'll kind of close this part off. So, okay, if we are not going to use SMS text, do we still need Klaviyo? No, then you don't. But I don't really use the SMS part myself much either. But I know guys that are using it, and it's working very well for them. It's just, it is a little bit pricier to do it. But imagine that same sequence, right? If like hypothetically we're running a back to school sale, we're hitting them on email with our scheduled emails, and on top of that, we're hitting them on their phone with a text, with like a text on day 1, text on day 2, and 2 texts on day 3. Like, yeah, that is going to get a better response than just the email. So I think for now, when you're just starting your store and you're just getting going, I wouldn't do the SMS to start, although you could argue that you should do everything to start if you want to have the best chance at success. But it's always like, what's your budget? What are you willing to spend? What are you willing to lock yourself into every month for your expenses? Do you want to take it slow? Do you want to take it fast? Like, everybody's different, right? So, okay. Will this marketing approach apply to Etsy stores as well? Yes. So I'm going to get into Etsy basically next month, but I'm telling you right now, the secret to Etsy is, and I see this, I'm in that low-hanging system group too, because I bought that product. I think I actually bought it. I don't even think she gave me a copy way like a couple of years ago. And that's all about, like, it's mainly Amazon focused, but they do talk about Etsy in there too. And all the Etsy sellers that I see in the Etsy groups that I'm in too, they're like, I don't get it. Like, I've been doing this for 3 months and I've got like 4 sales, and I don't understand. Everybody says Etsy is the best and Etsy works so well, and why don't I get any sales on Etsy? And it's like, well, if you open a new store and you have no sales and you're listing products consistently, you're doing your titles, tags, and your descriptions and your keywords and your images, and you're doing all that right, then you are doing it right, but you're missing the secret sauce, which is you got to send traffic to start from outside sources. So what a lot of people do is they'll create a group on Facebook, and they'll build that group up in a niche, and then they'll start marketing their Etsy products to the group. Okay, so they're getting free traffic from outside of Etsy going to their group. And that, if you go to any of the, like, I'm really doubling down on my YouTube efforts. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I got like a whole whack of YouTube videos out there right now. And like, I have them scheduled out 3 per week minimum that I'm doing because the traffic is huge. But anyway, I do research a lot of different YouTubers too, and there are a lot of new Etsy sellers that are starting YouTube channels, and they're trying to sell an Etsy course, but that's fine. I respect the hustle. But what they're saying, they're giving away a lot of tips too. So the ladies in there that are like, oh, I did, I don't know, 70,000 my first month or 945,000 my first year. They do give away the tips. And one of the tips that you consistently hear is when you first start your Etsy shop, send traffic from outside of Etsy to give it a little boost. Now, not paid traffic, but free traffic. So when we look at the free traffic system we have on the screen right now, you swap out that product listing on Shopify with the product listing on Etsy, holy cow. You create a Facebook group in that niche. So say you're doing, I don't know, Halloween, whatever. You start a Halloween group on Facebook and make it public, make it open, make it so anybody can join at any time. Hopefully you're not throttled by Facebook like I am. So I have trouble with the Facebook groups because they restricted my profile for advertising. So I really can't. Facebook is basically dead to me. But if it's not dead to you, it can still work. So start a Halloween group and share Halloween stuff and Halloween memes and all that crap and build it up and have people come in and say, post your favorite Halloween decoration or post your favorite Halloween light show or post your show off your Halloween costume, like that kind of thing. And then you point, like you own the group. So you start posting your Halloween products on your Etsy shop in your group. So people are going to go from Facebook group to your Etsy shop with your Halloween products. They're gonna buy a ton. The benefit is this: when Etsy sees that, and Etsy sees that you're starting to make sales, you're now making Etsy money. Instead of having 0 sales, you got like 20. So now Etsy got all those fees from you, and they're happy. So if they compare you as a store with 20 sales versus a store with 0 sales, when somebody types in Halloween t-shirt or pumpkin sweatshirt and you have one on your Etsy shop, if it's between you at 20 sales and another store at 0, they're always going to give you the traffic. But now if it's between you at 20 sales and another store with 100,000 sales, guess who's going to get priority in the listings, in the search results? It is all based on sales. And the hardest part of Etsy is getting those initial sales and getting that momentum. It feels like you're pushing a boulder up a hill. But once you get that boulder to the top of the hill, man, it flies. And it's nice. So that's coming up next month is the Etsy. Okay, so I think take a screenshot of that. I'll put that on the right below the video. I'll actually do that right now before I forget. Good old snag it. Let's go make this pretty. There we go. There's your entire Shopify business. Basically one screenshot. So yeah, I did this training a little bit different than I usually do. Just because I wanted to mix it up a little bit for you guys, because a lot of the stuff that I have that I'm showing you, I've already taught in the forums. It's already there. So I figured why go back through it with this one? I mean, as time goes by, I will go through live over the shoulder again and show you, any updates on the dashboard and that kind of thing. But right now I haven't really seen many changes in what we need to do on the free traffic side. On the paid traffic side, yeah, everything changes all the time, but this is a basic gist. So the good part is if you get stuck in any one of these anywhere on anything you see on the screen, what you do is you go to the group and you post a question and I'll help you. And we have a lot of big time sellers in the group and they don't say much, but I know they're there because I know who the members are. And I really wish these guys and gals would jump in more, but I don't know why. It's like they want to be quiet. They just want to absorb instead of like helping out everybody else. So anyway, that doesn't matter. That's my job, not theirs. So did you guys like that one? Did you get some value from it? Give me one in the chat box if you guys are still awake. And then, oh, I got a couple more. And we'll close this off. Okay, so 2 more. Why exactly is Klaviyo so much better and why would we even need it? I think it was the original one where you could segment your audience, which made it better than MailChimp. Now that MailChimp has those segmentation, I don't think it's better on the email side. They also hooked right into Shopify, and it was weird, but MailChimp went through a period where they were connected to Shopify, so you could literally build an email connected to your store in the MailChimp interface. And then MailChimp decided they were going to do some e-commerce thing, and Shopify said, okay, fine, we're disconnecting you from the App Store. And they removed them for like 2 years or something like that. Now they're back because I think MailChimp's e-commerce side failed. And so they went crawling back to Shopify and they took it back on. But on the SMS side, MailChimp doesn't have that right now. I don't know if they're going to build it, but Klaviyo does. Klaviyo, I don't know. So why would you need it? You don't. It's just, how fancy do you want to get? How far do you want to go? The text messaging is nice. Even on Klaviyo, if you have like an abandoned cart sequence where somebody goes to your cart and then they don't complete the order, you're going to have emails going out, right? Like even Shopify has on the base level, they have abandoned cart emails. But imagine you combined, excuse me, abandoned cart with text messages. Well, now you're hitting them twice. So that person who left, if they get a text message like a couple hours later, it's like, hey, we noticed you didn't complete your order. Come on back, we'll give you 10% off to like kind of bribe you into completing your order. You can do that with text messaging. You can also do that with email too, but it's a little harder. Okay, so to start, I would go, I love MailChimp. I don't know, they've been good to me. I've made a lot of money with my lists inside of MailChimp, so I know the value of it. But I'm not saying the other one won't make you money. It's just when you're starting, if you don't have deep pockets, then go with MailChimp. And if you have deep pockets and you want to go with like the Cadillac right from the start, then you can certainly go with Klaviyo. All right, so MailChimp does everything except SMS, yes. And they're connected to Shopify, yes. They're connected now again. It was so weird when they pulled them off the App Store. It was like a big hissy fit. It's like, don't make an e-commerce thing. We're going to remove you. And then they did, and MailChimp did, and MailChimp got bought by somebody else, and then they got back in there. It's like, man, the drama that goes on with these companies is crazy. Topic of next month is Etsy, my friend. Etsy. And I got a lot. It's not just print on demand on Etsy either, so I'll tease you with that. Print on demand works well. Just as something on Etsy too, a lot of people on Etsy right now, in our universe anyway, this is what they do. Just gonna go there, and then we'll close with this. So Etsy, you probably get a hint at what we're doing by looking at that screen, but check this out. So star seller, okay. So RQJ, I don't know why they always come up for me. This is all people do. This is it. That's it. 17 pages of these. That's it. Do you know how many of these are out there right now? Millions and millions and millions. Yes, there is money to be made. Yes, they do work. But when you do this, so this guy or gal has 600 listings. They are making money. Absolutely, they're making money. But that's not all Etsy is about. You go up here and you go to like even, what we got here? Women's tops and tees. These items sell like crazy on Etsy. Look at that, a stupid sunflower one. Keep on smiling. Okay, I'll keep on smiling. Right to the bank. 329 reviews. So just let me show you something. Almost 2,200 sales. $58,978 in revenue. So I would say their profit, because they're on Etsy, is at minimum 30% of that. Oops. Let me go, crap. I don't know what I did. Oh, I did times, that was dumb. 58978 times 0.3. Minimum $17,693 profit. That's after fees and everything else. On a stupid t-shirt with something on the back. And in our world, in our sphere, in our universe, nobody's doing this. Everybody's so focused on this stuff that they're not doing any of this stuff. And I don't get it. I mean, this doesn't have as many returns as this, but even with the returns that you're going to get when you sell apparel, it is worth it. And if you think of this too, like the pumpkin shirt or back to school shirt, I can't sell a back to school necklace. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm missing that whole event, that whole major holiday. I can certainly sell a hello kindergarten shirt, hello first grade, hello second grade, hello fourth grade. All of these sell. But back to school, what's this? What this says? It says popular now, so let's click it. Kids back to school shirt, personalized toddler shirt, first day, 106 reviews. So now I'm opening up holidays that I didn't have access to if all I sold was jewelry. So when you sell like more than just jewelry, you can now get into back to school. You can get into Halloween, like a Halloween message card, a Halloween back to school thing, a St. Patrick's Day message card. That doesn't make any sense. So we just miss those holidays. So on Etsy, we have to give them what they want instead of give them what we want them to want. Okay, so that's what Etsy is going to be about, and you guys are going to be blown away at the stuff that we do next month. All right, I'm going to close it with that. You all have a great day. Next week's implementation week, so your homework is start that implementation week thread and start implementing this. So this time I'm going to, if you start the thread and all you do is a start, like the title, I'm not going to enter you into the draw. I need to see some action taken too. So you have to start a thread in the forums in that section that says implementation week and your username, and then I need to see some action in there. Okay, I need to see some. So it can't just be starting a thread to get you entered into the draw for $50 on the next first live training. Okay, so that's the deal. I'll put that little rule in the under the replay as well. All right, everybody, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you in the forums. I'm out of here.